Hi there, and welcome. Today, we take our fledgling town and grow it into a bustling city fit for any first-time Roman emperor. So, without further ado, grab a cup of tea, make yourself comfortable, and relax alongside me in Nova Roma. So we're in the thick of winter, and people are still after pottery, which I believe we've started, producing at a fair rate. We've got a fair bit here, but looks, plus 22 last year. So that's on the way. I suppose, actually, you might want wine now, mightn't you? Goodness gracious, so demanding. Well, we have now got some grape vineyards. Let's take a quick look at the technology tree to see where we are on the whole the whole wine situation. So we have got wineries unlocked. Did we get round last time? Does anyone remember? Did we get round to building some lovely wineries? But iron ore mill and toolsmith now we can look to get going as well. We did suffer that defeat last time, didn't we, in the battlefield? So hopefully we'll do better next time round. Oh look, military. Oh, yes, we got the wall set up as well, didn't we? Goodness, it's all coming back to me. Our beautiful little town we've got set up here. Okay, so we've got our Calabrium up here for our dead bodies. We've got the pottery workshop, small stockpile, undertaker, the apartments there. And you look like you could do with a little bit of repair work. Are you not being serviced by our lovely repair boys? Where are our repair boys? You're here, aren't you? No, there you are. Masonry. Yeah, you should be, keeping on top of things. Maybe we need another one as well. They're not quite keeping up with things on their own. Ah, perfect. So here's the winery. Obviously not producing absolutely tons of the stuff. Here we are, wine. Check back in a year. Okay. Produce wine from grapes and pottery. I guess it takes time. So we'll just have to let them get on with things. We've got a few beds for people to be moving into, so there's a bit of space for our settlement to grow. Now, if I remember correctly, yes, Mars is not very happy. He wants a big old temple. So, have we got enough marble to get that temple set up? So, let's remind ourselves where the old temples are. Food, entertainment, residential, water supply, industry. Religion. Splendid. Large temple. We do indeed. So, where are we going to put this temple to Mars? I guess we want to have a new military area set up. And we've got a bit of space over here. This is the fertile area, so maybe we don't want to do it there. Maybe let's set up over here, the other side of the old product system. So we'll build that there, and then we'll pop down a road to connect this across like so. And we'll get down some of our military buildings over here, ready for where Marzi Boy is going to be, because he's going to give us some lovely buffs to all of our military. And hopefully that'll give us a strong starting point. So, Toolsmith takes iron and charcoal and forges them into useful tools, which can be used in various other production buildings to increase the speed of their output. Good. That's probably industry, so we'll have to put that over somewhere with the industry, and same with the ironry, I suppose. So where do we need to go for our military? Because we've got the walls open to us at the moment. So I'm guessing there's a few more things we need to unlock in the old tech tree. We've only got the 1 point at the moment. So iron mine, toolsmith, so we've got thermal fracturing and iron ore mill, and then we'll be down to the weaponsmith. And I wonder if that's military or whether that's production. It's probably production, isn't it? So I guess the infantry barracks, that'll be what we're putting near to... Oh, cavalry barracks! Ooh, cavalry, that's very exciting. I guess that's the sort of thing that we'll be putting over by the Mars Temple. Oh, goodness, clicking all over the shop. So one of the things we did say we wanted to do as well was expand into this area over here and continue expanding our farming, because we do not have much wheat. We're not making very good use of that, and we've only just got enough fish. So I'm wondering we might be running a little bit low on food. So you want water. So we have got a part of a fountain there. So can we get another fountain placed over here? Are we in range of a water tower? So obviously we've got a water tower down here feeding the baths, and there's another water tower just here. So I don't know if this fountain is in range. Oh, it is, yes. You see this line here denoting where it's in range. So let's get a water fountain popped down here, and hopefully that'll give you... Residents need drinking water via a water tower supplied by an aqueduct. Oh, is that not a fountain? Access to drinkable water from all the larger radius with an additional habitat space. Water tower to work. Hopefully that's what they want. So we'll service them with that and see if that does the job. Because they are out of range of that at the moment, aren't they? Yes, that's what it is. Okay, good. Now we've got even more grapes over here, so we'll see how many of those are produced this year. And the winery is out of grapes. It's no good at all, is it? Okay, well, let's put a little road down over here and start planning our expansion. So if we bring a road straight across here, nice straight Roman road, nice long. We've got plenty of timber, so why don't we just take us all the way over to here? Good grief, that's a big road. That's going to take a lot of people to build, isn't it? Yes, definitely no idle workers when there's a road like that to be built, is there? Stretching across the landscape. We'll probably want to do some land clearance in here as well. What we'll need to do then is, I don't want to get, obviously, close to the river is our fertile area, so we don't want to put too many industrial buildings there. But we are going to want some granaries and storehouses, so why don't we put a little cross-section in here, and then we'll get down a granary and a storehouse. So that'll be in industry? Yes. So let's get down a stockpile. And we'll need a warehouse. Do we need a warehouse? Probably be good to have, wouldn't it? Let's put it facing the crossroads. And what else do we want from industry placed over here? Masonry would be a good idea to keep the buildings over here maintained, so we'll get one of those down. And I think that's probably about all we need over here. A bit of a stone bottleneck on building anything else from industry anyway for the moment. So if we go to our lovely food, we'll want to get down a granary here. Oh, need a few more stones for that as well. I imagine there is a fair few stones popped over here in various places. So let's see if we can't accelerate things by grabbing a few of those while we wait for our stone boys to chisel a little bit more stone out of the old hillside. So we'll get those. There's a little bit of iron down there as well, which is going to be good. I wonder if we can use that. Is that just like an individual resource, or can we actually get a iron ore mill, iron ore mine? No, mine. Yes, we can. Put that over there as well. So we'll have some industry down there, I suppose. Although there's some more stone up here, actually, so we could get another chap or two working on stone production. Oh, yes, we need to dedicate you to Mars, don't we? Where are you? You're very, very angry. Mars, got to dedicate. Well, we did... Actually, no, we lost without you. Yes, I did reconsider. Okay, you're just about happy enough. And of course, yes, you need to have a forum next door, don't you? So I'm sure we can accommodate that. You can even have a really fancy forum. How about that? So let's put that just behind here. Good. Something else being built using all our lovely limestone, and hopefully none of the other gods are... Oh, Ceres is angry as well. Yes, you're not happy, are you? I'm sorry. I will. I'm on it. Just need to wait for a bit more marble. Just use it all on good old Mars's temple. And actually, Ceres, it's going to be good to have another temple for you, because we're going to be doing lots more farming over here. So we're going to need you to bless all of our lovely crops over here. Oh, look at our lovely apple trees. Isn't that nice? How are we doing on food? Still just fish. Well, hopefully once we get the harvest in from all of the farms we built here last time, we'll get a decent amount of food. And yes, I know you haven't got anything to start production. You're the other bakery, aren't you? Yes, not very happy, are you? And yet wine will come in time. Oh, good grief, these people are so demanding, aren't they? Talking of demanding, we probably ought to get a water tower over here to service this particular... Oh, look at all that wheat coming in. To service everything over here, and I suspect we'll need to do some residential as well. Which we'll do kind of in the centre. So why don't we get the water tower going to here. And then we'll need to build an aqueduct coming from the river over here. Is it always flooded over like that? So we've got one aqueduct there. Can we just come off this one and travel this away? Is that going to be too steep? We have to come from lower down? We don't need to get that far, actually, do we? So why don't we start this end then? And we'll click on to our lovely water tower here. I can spin around the right way. And we'll come out just to the back here. See, that's downhill. That's no good. And then over here. How high do we need to be? Too far. Not high enough? It's time. If you're enjoying the video, please drop a like, hype, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you all so much for your support, and back to the video. Okay, so we need 330 stone to make that work. So that's something we can be working on in the meantime. Oh, there's a river over there as well, isn't there, actually? Could we go to that one instead? Would that be a little bit easier? No, I don't think so. Could do it, but not necessarily easier. There's one here as well. Goodness, there's so many water sources I hadn't noticed. So what would come through a tunnel there and come down this way? Could cost even more than doing it the other way. Oh, can we go through the hill there? Sorry, learning so much. Yeah, we can just come through like that. That might be the best option. It looks really pretty as well, and it's cheap. Right. We'll start then at the water tower. And we'll draw it back up here. Get a nice straight line. Like so. Pop. Ooh, that's going to be a mighty aqueduct. It's going to look very nice. You've got nothing to do, have you? Goodness, look at all the resources you've stockpiled already. That's good, isn't it? We're certainly not making a shortage of timber, that's for sure. The city is full, though. Okay, so, Ceres, yes. Have we got enough limestone? Is it 20 we need? 25, so we're nearly there on the limestone. But we can get some insulas in. Got a little bit of stone left. Let's maybe start with some slightly smaller ones, though, because we don't use up all of our stone. So we'll get just a couple of these popped in here to start with. And by a couple, I mean 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit like that there. And so they're opposite the stockpiles here, and they can work in this area. And with that, we can also start to consider the installation of some lovely farms, which we'll need to put along the river here. So we'll go to food, and we'll go to farm, and let's start filling out this area here with some farms. We'll do that like there, and then let's get a road down here, and then we'll extend the farm a little bit further along the water's edge. Good. Very high soil fertility over here, so lots and lots of farms going together. We'll need lots of people to work this area, and I think it probably makes sense as well to have some grapevines as well to take advantage of the high soil fertility. So we'll get those in there. Then why don't we get a road wrapping around here, a little something like that, and off of that we could have some apple trees, couldn't we, on the medium soil fertility. So we'll spread that out a little bit like that there. Good, while still leaving space to get to this stone deposit, which we'll definitely want to be taking advantage of. And so then we'll build this up here for access to that down the line. And goodness, an absolute... Oh dear, is that fire there? Yeah, we're okay. Need to rather get the aqueduct finished, don't we? It's going to take a little while to build, isn't it? It's very, very big. So maybe in the meantime, we'll get a well down, just to service these buildings temporarily. We'll get 2 down, just to cover them all. Good stuff. Yes, you already don't... is there nowhere to put the wheat? Is our granary full? Hold the store. Small granary. Not fully staffed. That's not good, is it? Right, well, let's assign a couple of spots for wheat in here. And then we'll also assign a few for grapes and apples, just so we've got space for a little bit of everything. And let's just do a quick reprioritization. So we've got apple harvesters. We need to put our... Where are you? Granary workers, right. You are really important. You need to be doing your job. Let's put you much, much higher in terms of priority. Still, yeah, performers, pottery makers, marble grow workers. Goodness, yes, actually, you should probably be a little bit higher up. Goodness, we just need more people, don't we? So many jobs to be done, but it is important we get this food inside. I do not want to be wasting food, given that we are a little bit shy. Right, so that's bringing that in, and we've actually got a few grapes as well, so hopefully the winery will be able to kick into production, which indeed it looks like it is. So we'll have a little bit more wine for people, and some wheat and flour for the bread makers to be working with. I assume the bread makers just take directly from the wheat, don't they? They ground it into flour themselves? Yes, they do. Okay. Not fully staffed. Yeah, it's story as old as time, that. Might need a little bit more accommodation over here as well, actually, as well as what we're doing over here. We will definitely need some shops, so let's go to our residential tab. It's not residential. It's infrastructure. Oh dear, it's on fire. Hopefully they completed the wells in time. Is it under food? So hard to remember where everything is. Ah, shops, here we go. So let's put a few food boys in these apartments to make sure everyone is well catered for. Oh, look at this aqueduct. It's so pretty. Just don't mind the fire in the background. Don't mind, don't worry. Oh dear, is it flooding? Oh no, look at the flooding. Oh, it's receding now already. Ah! Oh, what's happening? Oh dear. Someone's not very happy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're facing some wrath. Oh, can I appease you with some money? Whew, close one. Yes. We've actually got enough marble now we can build your wonderful temple. I'm so sorry it took so long. Do accept my most sincerest apologies. So where are we going to get you down? I guess it's going to be somewhere over here. So we're not actually building it. Oh, can we get in there? Oh, that might be quite good. Yes. Or over here? Should probably be where this building is here. But we're going to do more farming out over this way, I suppose. So maybe let's put it down just here. So we'll get it down there. That gives us space to get a forum next to it as well. Build a road up that. Got a little bit of stone, but not loads. Oh, are we done? Is there water? Look at the water. The source of all life. I love how it comes out of that tunnel there. Oh dear, someone died in a woodcutting accident. That's very sad. Will somebody please put the fire out? I suppose we should probably have a professional fireboy nearby. First though, let's get a fountain to service everyone here, so that we can get rid of these wells. And we'll need a professional fire service. And where might we find that? Would it be in residential? No. Water supply? No. Infrastructure, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Fire brigade, there we go. Where are we going to put you then? Space here? No. Road there. Oh, we could put you just here, couldn't we? Good. Professional fire service. And there's 504 beds, so plenty of space for another 40 citizens to move in. There's some arriving there, I do believe. So hopefully that'll go up from 460. Yep, a couple of people moved in. Goodness, there's fires here all the time. What is going on? It simply won't do, I tell you. It simply won't do. Right, you're tired. Okay. I guess that means that, you know, you've probably been doing a job. Is there no work near enough? But talking of near enough, I think we should probably improve our infrastructure connections by upgrading this with a stone road. And I think we should do the same here to make sure it is well connected. And again, if we can, through the center here. A little bit like that there. Yes, you're unhappy. Have we built this new temple yet? It's on the way. It's on the way. Don't worry. Ceres is not happy. Here we go. We're nearly there, though. Ooh, select a governor. Let's do that. 20%. 20% building degradation. It's no good, is it? Corrupt. Ugh. Well, we've got lots of money. He's likable. Citizen happiness goes up. We've got enough fires starting. So let's appoint you. Good. The term has started. And just as soon as our lovely new temple here is assembled, we'll get that dedicated to Ceres to hopefully pacify her wrath and also give us good tidings for our future harvest, which will be happening over here. City's full already. My goodness. Oh, bustling town. Oh, look. We're a large town. How wonderful. I imagine that's made someone happy. Nope. Okay. Consult the gods. Right. Ceres, where are you? Look, I dedicated a temple to you. Yes, sorry. I was very busy. I didn't have enough marble. Yes, so good. We can make you an offering. We do have plenty. Yes, we'll do that. And yeah, we've got grapevines. I suppose we can make you an offer of grapes as well. Yeah, we have a bakery. Goodness, we were very behind, far behind. Oh, look, Neptune's angry now. Quick, get the marble before it does nasty things. Oh, it's a lovely green temple. That's nice, isn't it? We've got plenty of points we can spend on things now as well, which is nice, because I think we need to get a military sooner rather than later. Okay, well, some of our stone road connections are going up now. You're not connected. That fountain is not in range of a water tower, take it. Okay, right, well, we need to get that sorted, don't we? So let's get another water tower down. Where can we put this where we can feed it easily? Probably here. And then let's bring down a aqueduct from here. Don't have the stone, do we? So then we'll go into the side there. Yeah. 140, right. We need more stone. Oh dear, what's this? Was that from the flooding? Right, let's rebuild that then. Anything else lost in the flooding? No, we look okay. Water tower's working there, so let's get rid of these little wells. Don't need those. Oh my goodness, you're full of wood, aren't you? We should probably have a few more charcoal burners and another industrial area over here. But my goodness, there's just so much to do, isn't there? It's never ending. There's always something to be done. Growth and exclamation mark. Bathhouses are too correct. We need more bathhouses. Oh, let me guess. You have neglected your worship. Build me a grander temple. Yes, yes, I get it. Is there another fish shoal somewhere? Yes, down here. So I suppose this is where we should be targeting our next Neptune place of worship. So fishers' huts, where are these going to go? You can go all the way along here and there. Okay, right. Well, this is definitely the area to do it then. So, how are we doing? 26. We've got enough. So, religion, large temple. Yes, yes, yes. We need to build more roads. I'm quite aware. So, let's take a road off here. A little something like this and that. And then we'll get the temple in here. Nice and close to that industry. And we also need to put in some wonderful things. Yes, yes, things. Very specific I am, you know, sometimes. What I mean, of course, is some forum tiles. Just here, so we can do some worship to Ceres. Oh my goodness, look how many things were harvested. That's so wonderful. Right, people. We need space for people. Let's get some medium insulars. We can fit a few in here, potential. So, one, just one apparently, because we're out of stone again. Right, that's a priority, isn't it? Let's get some more stone gatherers. So can we fit any on the original little space we had over here? Slow time down a little bit, it's going awfully fast. Stone quarry. Any more space? What are you? You are nothing. You are a cliff. Apparently cliffs aren't made of stone. You heard it here first, everyone. Cliffs aren't made of stone. Here, yes. I think we've maxed out here, haven't we? That's marble. It's not going to be any good, is it? It's down here, isn't it? Come on, typical. Remember your stuffs and things. Yes, okay, no, we've got plenty of space here. Alright, let's get 5 more of these down. And make sure we've got roads servicing them. Like so. I've just built that completely in the way of where I wanted this, haven't I? Do we have enough stone now? Probably not. Down from here. Okay, well, we're going to have to plan a different route anyway. Unless we can come down to here. And then do this. Yes, we will be able to do that just fine. But that is going to cost 150. Which we do not have. Got 1.8k. Goodness, we can probably turn down the woodcutters. You're getting a bit excited, guys. You know, chill. We're still out of... Surely we've got enough, haven't we? 278. Why aren't you receiving anything to make breads? Not fully stuff. That would explain it. So our stockpile is very full. Let's make sure there's some space in here for some stone. Because that is, of course, a primary resource that we actually do need a lot of. But more accommodation space being built there. We may have to do some hovels, you know. Is that ridiculous as that sounds? And the temple is under construction. So it would be nice to put some additional housing over here as well. Stone is starting to tick up a little bit. So maybe let's get a large insula under construction. And then we'll get some small next to it there. And then we'll see if we can't fit in a few more here. Something like that there. Everyone working on construction now. And then just as soon as the stone picks back up, we'll build this here. Charcoal pits are on fire. Absolutely classic. We do with a bit more money, couldn't we? Right, so how are we doing on everyone's happiness? You're not that happy? Oh, we need... for each empty adjacent forum tile, the festival yields +2 temporary happiness bonus. We don't have enough resources to host that festival at the time being. Is it the same for everyone in terms of what they need for a festival? Do you need wine shop? No, it's different. But I don't think we're going to have enough wine for any of these festivals. Oh, I can unlock some favour. Yeah, it's useful to know, isn't it? Right, we don't need to do that just yet, though. I'm checking with you as well. You're not happy, I know, but can I... No, I can't give you a festival because I simply don't have any festival space for you. You need your own forum, don't you? Nice to connect some of these forums to adjacent properties, wouldn't it? That would be a lovely thing to do. Right, so that's nearly done. So that's going to give us a little bit more space for people to move in, which is grand. We're going to need to build a bathhouse over here as well. But priority definitely needs to be getting a water supply over to this water tower here. So, how far can we get now? Not far at all. Okay, that's fine. I wish I could queue this, so I don't have to redraw it every time. So we're at 160. Keep that in mind, everyone. No one's idle, so I don't really want to spend loads of time getting people set up for, you know, collecting stone from just gathering. Because look at that, we've got no clay diggers, no bakers, no pottery makers, and no performers. And we've only got half the wheat farmers we need because we've built so much wheat space over here. Actually, there's a couple more we need to rebuild here from all that rampant destruction that happened. We need a few more. Oh, look. Large temple's ready. Quick, appease Neptune. Where are you? God of the sea. Look, I gave you a temple. Yes, I am. Oh, good. You're happy with that. Splendid. And I suppose you want some forum tiles now. Yeah, keeping all these gods happy is an awful big job. You know, when we were playing a different game, Manlords, for example, you've only got to keep the Baron happy. You don't really have to do that. Right, let's have this one wrap round. It'll be an interesting shape. Using up some of that stone, we desperately need to build the aqueduct system over here, but never mind. Let's take a little look then at what we want to be doing on the technology tree, because there's still a fair bit we can unlock. So we've got the large fire upgrades, that would be useful in fire engines. And we've also got barbers, wine shops, you know, keep people happy. Villa Rustica, a farm with 20 residents, that would be good. But I do believe that what we're really lacking, apart from stone walls, which would be nice, and large fountains, that'd be good. Oh, public toilets, oh goodness, baths, hot pools, that would be good. Definitely want to get that done sooner rather than later. But if we don't have an infantry and some cavalry, some people to do some shooty, slappy with swords, then we are going to struggle massively the next time someone tries to invade us. And we lost last time as it was. So let's get up to the infantry barracks. We'll leave cavalry for the minute because I think we just need some people. And let's take a little stroll over to Mars's pad down here. Yes, bathhouses, they're on the list, don't worry. Let's go to military. And weaponsmith takes iron and charcoal and forges them into armaments which can be used to create and maintain tools. Troops. Right, so that's definitely something for our new industrial area we'll be setting up. But infantry barracks. Train centurii here to live and fight. Employ support workers to train and collect food. And they can recuperate. Oh, wonderful. Right, so say, do they need weapons? Can we just build that and hope for the best? I'm going to do that first. Once again, using all that stone we're meant to have for other resources. Goodness. Right, well, stone continues to be a massive problem. Oh, look how much ground they've hollowed out to build that forum. I didn't realise they were doing that. Oh, that's strange. Okay, well, that works, I suppose. Have we got a large temple to everyone? Looks like it. Looks like we do. So, want to grow to 650 citizens. Well, we're well on our way, aren't we? We're at 537 as it is. But at least one iron mine. We can do that. We can do that. At least 2 guard towers. Don't have that just yet. It's going to be a little while, Mars. Sorry. And offering of bread, Ceres. Not going to happen anytime soon, I'm afraid. Wine, Neptune. Well, I'll probably need to hold a festival or 2 before then. I think we're going to have some more unhappy gods before the day is out, aren't we? Yes, you want wine, I know. Right. 150. 160. Very nearly there. Let's get this aqueduct planned out then. So we're going to connect on here, come across like that, and then come down like that, back across like that. Let's come back a little bit from there then. Goodness, everyone's so tetchy about where they want these towers. It's like modern planning laws, isn't it? Okay, still that there. Not going to be the most pretty aqueduct we've built, but at least it'll function and get some water to our citizens to make them a little bit happier. Because we do want them to be nice and happy, don't we? Unhappy citizens, that's no good at all. They won't be nearly as productive as happy citizens. Good show. So, you want wine? It's coming, one day. I feel like we need an even more stockpile space. So, let's build another stockpile. Maybe let's get a small stockpile, and we'll pop it down next to where we're producing all of the stone. Maybe here, for example. And we will set that stockpile to largely contain just stone to make sure we have got storage space for it and we're not missing out because stone is being thrown away because we've got nowhere to put it because it's all filled with wood. That's the word I'm looking for. So over here we have our iron mines, didn't we? We've got iron over here. So this would seem a good place to set up a little industrial area. I know we have also got some opportunities for fishing over here as well. Oh, look at that. Some food for once. It's nice. Probably need to get another winery, don't we? Something to keep in mind. Let's get an iron ore mine to start with. And we'll pop a couple of those down here. Have we got money problems? Oh dear. 510 used for construction, 54 for firefighters, 180 temple workers. Oh dear. Are we not taxing anyone over here? Is that the problem? A certain tax radius, isn't there? We're not even taxing everyone in the main settlement. We're getting most of them. We are going to need a couple more though. So let's get a tax office here. And we'll also then build a tax office over in the new quarter as well. To make sure we have a little bit more money coming in. So we're building an iron mine there. Let's make sure that's connected to a road. And then we need to look at what we need to do with that iron. So iron ore mill. It takes iron ore from iron mines and smashes it to easily produce essentially multiples iron from iron mines into more iron. Okay, so we are going to get some iron from iron mines, but iron ore mill will make it even better. And that, I presume, once we have enough money to find out, it needs to be built on a river somewhere. Well, at least we'll have some iron. Do we need to process that iron, though? Or can it just be used by a toolsmith? Takes iron, uses charcoal. Okay. And how about with our weapons boys? Weaponsmith. Just takes iron. Okay, so we don't need to turn the iron ore into iron first, I don't believe. It just comes out as iron. Yeah, fair enough. Still okay for our chap here. He's still got a little bit of his term left. How are we doing? 157 stone, so that's coming in. We've got the water tower connected here now. You get some water, please. Why no water? You're not quite done yet? No flow activity. Aqueducts use gravity to move water. Yes, I know that. We're not bringing enough water, are we? I wonder if we're not sending enough water from over here. Do we need to get another source of water or something? It's raining. It's a good sign. What about if we connected this tower across here? Would that help? Gradually move water over great distances. Yes. Building a home. Yeah, yes. Okay, right, well, can we connect this to this? Going too steep? It is. Do we need to build a dam? Is that what we need to do? Oh, look. Complete that task. It's good. Right, let's go and take a look. Where is dams and spillways? Right, so unlocks a dam. Block a spillway to create reservoirs. Dam protects can be planned safely without the risk of flooding a city. Okay. Right, let's unlock that. Okay. Wood. I imagine it's going to test a lot of stone to build. Right, so drag a dam blocks to maintain a dam. Add spillways to prevent overflowing. Everything will be constructed as a group. Water is only simulated and cannot damage a city in planning mode. What you see is how the water will behave when construction is finished. Okay. So what if we were to dam off this section here? A little bit something like that. Oh goodness, yes. Buildings will be damaged indeed. Okay. Higher again. Higher again. Right, and then I assume we need to put a spillway in here. Yeah, and then do that. Okay, and that will still flow down to our river. And oh goodness. Got a bit of a problem over here, don't we? We need to finish building this across. Like so. How's that going to work? This is exciting, isn't it? Right, so that spillway set a little too high. Let's bring that down. 68 meters? Where? Oh, hang on. Yes, we need the water to recede down here. We sent a lot of it in one go, didn't we? Okay, so that looks like it will work. Even if it's a little bit changed down here, but it all looks fine for the most part. And then, of course, we need to connect in. Let's reset the water simulation. We'll need to connect in our water supply from our various aqueducts, and hopefully this will be able to supply us enough water that we can get down to here. Okay, we can't afford it anyway, so I guess we're going to have to cancel it. Is this flowing the wrong way? It sort of looks like it's going uphill, doesn't it? Alright, let's demolish that. Didn't work. At least we got the stone back. Or we'll get the stone back once it's all moved in. So let's try that one again. We'll need to come from a different direction. Possibly from this bit here. So if we come from there, how can we get across? We come past temple, cross like that, and then down to there. How's that? Okay, that might work. Hopefully that time we have this time we have a little bit more success with the old water over there. How are we doing for space? We're full again. Good gravy. But we've got a bit of stone, so why don't we go ahead and build some large insulas over here. Slap a few of these in. That's money again we're struggling with. We may have to up taxes. Let's go to 30% taxation. People are still pretty happy. Is that individual to each tax office? It is. Right, let's increase all of our tax offices to 30%. Sorry everyone, I need your money. Because otherwise we can't afford to build space for more people to move in, which is, as I'm sure you understand, quite the problem. Right, well, progress is being made. It's definitely not going quite as quickly, I don't feel, as we did last time. But slow and steady, we're learning things about how water is managed, and hopefully we're making a better job of this aqueduct system here. We've got our initial town slightly on fire, but still managing well. Food, we are starting to get on top of. We need a few more bakeries, but I think we need a few more people to work them as well. Probably get a bakery set up over here as well. But I'm happy with the progress we are making. So with our little iron mine over here, we're not producing anything because we haven't got people moved in yet. Well, I think this area over here where the fertility isn't absolutely fantastic. We have a look at the farm, we can see here. In this kind of yellowy area, and here as well actually. Especially here. Really low fertility. So I think this would be a good place to set up our new industrial quarter, where we're going to want to produce more charcoal, and also we've got a bit of iron mining to do, maybe some tool production, those sorts of things. But to do that, we need a few more people to move in, and I think this central road here is a good place to have a good concentration of people living. So let's connect the road up here, and we'll take it across a little bit here, because this again really needs to be farmland later on. But we'll just kind of plan this area out. So we've got lots of space to build some accommodation. Yeah, these are in the wrong place. Let's get rid of those and move them along by one. Gosh, so many people are having accidents these days. It's no good. Right, that's those built across there. So with that done, let's focus on some housing. Now, we definitely need some more baths, and we've got a good steady supply of water here. So why don't we get ourselves a bath complex. We'll need a reservoir, which we will pop down just next to the water tower, I suppose, although we could feed it separately. Let's get it popped down there, and then we'll feed that with a tributary of the aqueduct, like so. And then get ourselves a lovely bath complex sat down next door. And we'll get a nice big one. A little bit like something like that one there. And then we've plenty of space to get some apartments under here. What are we missing for the medium insula? It's not stone, it's money. Money is still a problem. Well, hopefully, with our additional taxation, we should bring in a little bit more financial income. And we should still have people moving in as well, as we've got spare beds in our city as we head deep into the wintertime. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's still so much wheat to be harvested from the fields. Look, you lazy lot. Why don't you go over there and help out with that? Good grief. Did we ever build that granary over here either? I don't think we did we? Let's get ourselves a granary. Pop that one down just here. Maybe get two of those. We did get another one over here, didn't we? Yes, they're full. That would be why we're struggling with that. Let's rebuild that rubble there. What do you mean you don't have a supply of water? You've got a thing just there. Do you not reach? Oh, still being built. Fair enough. Build a humble bathhouse. Yes, indeed we are. Oh, Jupiter. You're a happy lad. Oh, goodness, we need to select a governor. Ooh. Shrewd and vigilant. Oh, don't mind if I do. Good show, old chap. And yes. Oh, look at that bathhouse. Everyone's going to want to live over here, aren't they? Looks absolutely exquisite. Okay, got a little bit more money, so let's get a large insula next door. We'll get 2 of those down, spend all of our cash to get those built. Oh, look at all the people worshipping, isn't that nice? Let's consult the gods. You know, you're not that happy, but you're not mad either. So we'll just check everyone's at that kind of level. Looks like it. Yep, I don't think anyone's going to go and smite us anytime soon, at least. We'll just check as well with you down here, with the world's smallest forum. And you're okay as well. Splendid. Jupiter. We could probably do with a Jupiter over here as well, couldn't we? In the keeping people happy in this area. So why don't we go to religion, and we'll get a small temple to Jupiter set up just in here. And then maybe behind that we can get ourselves a small insular set of apartments. Looks grand. Got those apartment buildings going up there. Why don't we get ourselves... Let's go actually to the Loki. And I'm going to get ourselves a wine shop so that we can pop a couple of those into our apartments here. So we'll get one in there, one there. And then let's go and get a few positioned over here as well, in these neighborhoods. Good. And probably wouldn't have to have a few more food counters either. We're probably a little bit shy on the number of those we've been putting down. Make sure everyone is well serviced with food and whatnot. Good. Good start. Money's a problem once again. But, you know, the more people move in, the more people will have to tax. So that's a bonus there. I think we should probably add some housing as well back over here. Because we are, if you look at our jobs list, really are still struggling for enough people to do everything. And there's a few jobs over here that aren't properly staffed. So let's go ahead and look at our large insula and see if we can't get one of those in there. Get some apartments behind it. Don't really want to build a hovel. We do have the other side of the road here, I suppose, which isn't terribly good farmland. So we can get a few of these down. Actually, it is pretty good, isn't it? But let's go here then. So we'll put one down there. It's going to use up all our money. And stone. Goodness, there's a real material shortage going on, isn't there? Gosh, look at that aqueduct, isn't it? Marvellous. Oh, look, stats. 293 meters long. Inflow 250, outflow 250. Inflow 125, outflow 125. Is that setting a restriction on how much we have then? Interesting. Well, everything is being fed. We could probably do some hot baths, etc. over here. Oh, look at that. We're over to 650. Goodness, yes, I'll have a couple of goodies for that. Oh dear. Yes, oh right, you're not unhappy, we just haven't assigned you to anyone. Jupiter, my friend. Shall I dedicate this to you? Yes. Hopefully that keeps you nice and happy. You do have 13 points. We could get a barber or a market. Doers. Ooh, that's nice. Very nice indeed. Large granary would probably be a good idea, seeing as we're struggling for granary place. What is a swineherd? Oh, yes, pigs, I suppose. Had me wondering for a moment there. That's definitely something that can go into the new industrial district, I suppose. Still a bit of a wine problem over here. We've got absolutely stacks of grapes. So I suppose we could do with a few extra chaps squishing it down into wine. Is that in food? Well, we've got the granary here, so let's build one of those over here. And yep, those two are full already. And where is our wonderful winery? There it is. So, does this have any effect on happiness around it? Doesn't look like it. So why don't we get this popped in? Looks like a good flood if we put it there. Let's pop it down here. Like so. And we've got 84 stone, which isn't loads, but I would like to extend the stone road a little bit further down like that. But a few more people move in. Are we a bit short on pottery? Yeah, it looks like we are indeed short on pottery. Well, do we have enough clay coming in? Yes, we do. So we just need another potter. Potter, where are you? We require your services. Yes, you don't need people very happy, do you? So again, we'll pop you over here a little bit out the way. Get two of you down and extend the road a little bit there. But at least we have enough, I rather, overdid it there, didn't I? I didn't have any, and then I put in an absolutely massive field, and now we have loads. Probably do with some more bread, couldn't we? Let's go and see if we can't get ourselves a larger bakery. We'll put that down here, which will make people lovely and happy and contented with their lives. Who wouldn't want to be content with their lives? We'll get a couple of small apartments down behind there as well. Just a bit of construction work going on the forum. Don't tell the gods, for goodness sake. I do love the aqueducts in this game. They are very, very pretty, aren't they? As the evening settles in, as we go through the heat of summer. Right. Accommodation space, we've got a fair bit of now. Still struggling a little bit on resources. What's this iron? Right, we're not making loads of iron yet. Oh, we've only got the one family over there, and I imagine we've got a bit of a problem with mining it. Yes, mining industry is not fully stocked, and actually there's quite a few people without jobs. Pottery makers, none. Oh, that's one of the reasons we're struggling for pottery then. Performers still, no one working in the performing arts sector either. Just need more people, don't we? We really just need to focus on lots and lots more people. Right, with that task in mind, let's get down another couple large insulars if we can. Stone again. Oh, goodness. A few of these need rebuilding. Make sure we take care of that nice and swiftly. Yes, they flooded when there was a little bit more water than expected. People like the public baths. They're in excellent health, so that's good to see. It's going to be some time before we have the stone required to build the much-wanted reservoir up here. I wonder if we can... slightly better route for this road that will allow us to have a slightly larger reservoir here while still being able to access this limestone. So we'll delete those there with a couple more alternate routes going in. A whole bunch of grapes. And what's your problem? Don't know. You seem fine to me. I wonder if you didn't have enough resources momentarily. As much as I want to extend over here, we do need just more workers, and that means getting a few more in over here. We'll want to get a few market stalls, etc. on those as well. So get a couple of food counters and a wine shop, and do the same for the new ones we built over here. We both have a wine shop and a food counter. Good. Oh no, one of our citizens has fallen into a well and tragically died. That seems a rather unlikely thing to happen, but there we are. Yes, not fully staffed, I know. We'll get there, hopefully, one day. Just need to turn some of these grapes into wine. What's wrong now? Too crowded? Our theatres are too crowded. You want more theatre? More theatres! My goodness, the demands of these people know no ends. How much is it to get a large theatre? Probably more than our 5 points, I would wager. Right, where are we? So... probably on this side. Small theatre. Oh, goodness. It's absolutely miles away. There's some statues. Why not? We can't afford to build them, I'm sure, but... oh, look at this. Lots of statues. Let's have a statue of man. Oh, 75 coin? 50 limestone? Good gracious, I'm not spending that on a man. We can get a small theatre there. Let's get a theatre then over here. We'll pop this down right in the centre then, I suppose. And we did put one over here, didn't we, originally, which is probably not servicing a lot of people. So we'll get this one and pop it in here. And that, to me, looks like a wonderful spot to get a small insula. If it wasn't blocked by an existing structure. Got a random apple tree farm here. Cheerio. You're needed. The space is needed. Right, 926 beds. 769 population. And there'll be new immigrants soon, hopefully. So, infantry barracks, not fully staffed, classic. But they don't have any weapons anyway, which I imagine is a problem. So, let's have a look at the jobs. Where on here is military recruiters? 16 out of 16. Okay, so we've got recruiters, we just don't have any weapons, then I take it. Is that the real problem? Not have armaments. Yes, I completely misread that the first time, didn't I? So we will need some armaments, because I'm sure that it can't be the distant future. If we get someone knocking on our door saying, hey, I've heard you've got a wonderful little civilization, and I would like to uncivilize you and take it for myself. So that's what we want to avoid. What's your problem? No pottery is available. Yes, because nobody works at the Potters anymore. Oh, they do now? It should be on its way, dear sir. We finally get on top of the job situation. Look, it's just performers. We're actually getting some performers in the theatre. Let's go and see. Are they holding a performance? There's only 2 of them. I don't see any performances. Hello? Not fully staffed. Yes, I see. No performances here today. We'll have to come back and check another day. Right. What are we thinking then? So we've extended into this quarter. We've got a whole bunch of farmland. We're extending our wine production, which is we're going to require pottery, which is we have expanded pottery production. It's just that there's a bit of a lag. Now we've only just got some people working there. We need to be making some tools, rather some weapons. So let's go to our military, which is in here, and we need a weaponsmith. So we'll put this over in what is going to become our new industrial quarter. And to do that, we probably need to get a few roads. So let's continue this road down here, and we'll bring it across like so, and get down said military building. So we'll get a weaponsmith down just there. And you probably need some water. I think for the time being there, that's probably going to come from a well, because this is quite a long way from our reservoir and aqueduct system. We don't have any reservoirs yet, but from the aqueduct system. We could bring some down across the terrain here, I suppose. But that's going to be a lot of stone. I definitely don't think we have enough to take care of that just at this moment. It would be good, though, to have some families living nearby. So let's get a couple of hovels. And we're going to build these down here, like so. Just so we've got some space for people who are going to live in this industrial quarter to be at. Let's get ourselves a charcoal maker over here as well, because they're going to need charcoal for production. And then it would stand to reason that it would make sense to have a warehouse to store all the goods. So we'll get that down next door, and that can provide wood for the charcoal. Actually, no, that'll be a thingamabob. It won't be a warehouse, it'll be a stockpile. So we'll get a stockpile over here as well then. Yeah, we've accumulated 1,000 gold, did we, momentarily? Goodness. So much money. The gods will be displeased. Well, they don't seem too unhappy at the moment. Not enough fish for a festival either. We're eating all our fishes. Well, that is something else we want to extend into down here, isn't it? Uh-oh. 3? It's happened. We knew it was going to happen sooner or later, and unfortunately we have not prepared in time. Right. Well, let's at very least make a show of defiance, even if it's not going to be very successful. Where's there scaffolding around that? Bit of maintenance going on, I assume? Yeah, never mind. Right, where's our governance? Right here. Do we have a governor? We do. Yes, 1 term left, right. Let's recruit a militia. And is there anything we can do to deploy Centurii? No, because we don't have any weapons. Well, we were too slow on that one, weren't we? So they're just going to sit there and watch us be absolutely hammered. We do have walls, but I don't think they're going to help us because there's just going to be too many of them. Right, men. There is defense of the realm needed, and we do not expect to survive. We are going to go and take care of the troops coming in this way, in the hopes that we can stop them from getting to this accommodation, and we're just going to have to accept the fact they're going to cause some damage over there. Charge! How are we doing over here? They're burning part of the wall. There's a lot of stone here we're going to lose. Oh, they've made their way into the town. Oh dear. Look at them go. How are we going in our fight here? It looks like we might actually be doing okay over here. Seems that the terrain has given us enough of an advantage, and we're fending off superior numbers. We've kept them by the coast. Ah, okay, that was just the first unit. It appears, yes, we may struggle a little bit more than we had perhaps hoped. But we're valiantly fighting, taking care of as many as we can. How much chaos is going on elsewhere? You're just wandering around. You're attacking the wall. It's not ideal, is it? You trying to get to your ship? You have to break through to get to it. These guys jogged on, have they? They actually do much damage over here? Doesn't look like they did. Just sort of turned up and said, "Hey, we can walk through the streets," and then went home. Right. Oh dear. How'd they get past? Come back. Fight me. Leave those guys there because they're trying to leave. Okay. Okay, well, this hasn't actually been as a tragic a defense as I thought it might be. We seem to be able to put up a decent fight. There we go. Right, well, we'll disband the militia. And I think we've learned our lesson. We need to get our military up running nice and quickly, don't we? Alright, so we've made a few little improvements. We've increased the size of the area we have over here. And we've got some production and storage here for some timber and for iron ore. And then we've got a warehouse opposite for charcoal and weaponry. And we are starting to make weaponry now, which is going out to our militias, or rather to our barracks, which is wonderful. Getting us on track there. We need a little bit more charcoal down here, so I'm just building an additional charcoal manufactory there. Got a whole bunch of people down here making us iron, so digging that up out of the ground so that's ready for making weapons. We've got down some fisheries here. I don't know if we've got these fully occupied yet, although we do have 64 people idle, so it looks like we have got people everywhere. We've actually managed to fill up our city once again. Still got a bit of a wine production problem, but I think that's because we get wine yearly off of our grapes, so it takes a little while for it to be made. And it is being made, so, you know, maybe we need a few extra wineries. Let's see if we can get a few of those popped down now. So that'll probably be in industry, I'm guessing. It's going to take a while to learn where everything is, isn't it? No, it's not there. Okay, so not in infrastructure, is it? No. Farming. Oh, it is here. Just completely looked over it. Right, get that down there. And let's see about getting down a few more things. Make an offering of 65 iron. Sure, why not? And let's see about getting down a bit more accommodation then. So we need to expand this town here. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 large insulas popped in there opposite the baths. So that should give us an enormous amount of additional space for people to be moving into. Still got absolutely ludicrous amounts of wood and timber, so I'm not too worried about that for the time being. We've got 1.2k on the old wheat front. So that tells me we ought to make a few more bakeries, because goodness, we've not got a lot of bread. And we've got the large bakery now, haven't we? So let's see if we can get another one of these popped in. We've got one here producing bread for us, and that is indeed working. But we can slot another one. Why don't we put one in just here, behind the theatre? And they're very happy in there. Let's have a quick look at 1180 citizens, 2 guard towers. That can't be that hard to do, can it? What do we need to have a guard tower? If we look at infrastructure, military... do not have it yet? How do we get ourselves a guard tower? I assume it's down here. Yep, it is. Let's unlock that, since we have the points to do so. And let's get down a guard tower. So military guard tower automatically attacks enemies when the arrows... with arrows that come in range. Oh, wonderful. Right, so we'll put one guard tower in here. Another one next to the gate. Maybe either side of the gates. And on the wall. Good. Have a nice, well-defended border here. Built it. We're going to make an excellent spot to put something back in where the... goodness, I've completely lost the ability to talk. Where they... Oh, there's a fire over there. Never mind. Where they managed to knock a hole in the wall previously. Wonderful. A whole bunch of guard towers. Well, I wonder if we've got all of this timber sat around. Maybe it would be a good idea... as we complete a couple of the offerings to Mars here. Gosh, this guard tower was a bit late, wasn't it? Good. Okay, it's a whole bunch of points for us. Let's see about extending our defences a little bit, because we have rather neglected them, haven't we? We are now getting our military up and running. We can see we go to the barracks now. Got 2 weapons there, 7 in there. They are being made and hopefully transported, because we have got a few sat around. So let's go to military and go to palisade wall, and let's extend our wall across here to protect this gap we have, because they've landed there a few times now, haven't they? And I think it probably makes sense to make use of our guard towers once again, and we'll get a few of those down here. Splendid. And then maybe for the time being it's worth having a wall across here, because we've not extended out this way thus far. And I don't think we're likely to particularly soon. So, making it harder for them to get around to us. They could probably go out this way, but I don't know if they will. Be an odd way to go. So let's get a road in, for starters. That comes across a little bit like this. And so that enables us to have somewhere we can put a wooden gate in. So we'll pop that there. And then we'll take the palisade wall. If we can get that in just the right place. If I can click on the right buttons, that is. No guarantees there. And build up to there. To there. Hopefully that's far enough. A thriving city. Great time to a large city. Yeah, pretty good. Getting a nice achieve there. And, of course, we're going to put in a wall. We just as well put in those guard towers. So slot that in. Just a couple there. Another corner. Good. Look at that. Oh, no, it's good music. Right. Oh, what's going on here? Consult the gods. Divine task. Make me an offering. Could do. Rather concerned that it's going to leave me with no weapons. Oh, all tasks complete. Visits God at the large temple. Oh. Did a thing. No, not you. You're just a person. You. Hello, Mars. You seem relatively happy. So, it looks like we've actually completed all your little questies. It's good, isn't it? Alright, we just need to get a few more of our military equipped now. Should probably have used those weapons for them rather than just giving them to Mars, but there we go. Hopefully we've got enough time to get it sorted before any more nasties turn up. You're not likeable. You give us lots of money. We've got lots of money, though. What about you? Tax revenue and... Ooh, frequency of immigration ships. That's nice. Let's get a storage facility down here. So, just a... What do we think? Small warehouse, which we'll pop down here. And we shall fill it with weaponry. Does that make sense? To protect our people, we want to have weaponry near where we have our military. And let's see about continuing our walls along here to protect the eastern side of our territory. So, palisade wall. And we'll get this built in here, like so. And a couple of guard towers. Good. And is this a likely spot for them to come in? Can we get a wall across the river? No, cannot build on water. Well, hopefully they can't cross it then. It'd be a good place to have a guard tower here, wouldn't it? Don't know if we can actually access it or staff it, but we'll put it there anyway. And maybe if we're not going to extend the walls all the way over here just yet, because we've gone through quite a bit of wood, maybe we can get a couple of guard towers. Just to help with defense in the case that we do get an invasion over here, because it's quite away from our military barracks. That's a good point. Maybe we should have a barracks over here as well. Military and infantry barracks, and we'll get this popped down by the water's edge, I suppose. Get a barracks down here to protect this little inlet, because we've not left ourselves an obvious place to have a wall here. This may have to be external to the wall. Not sure how we're going to manage that. Maybe not all of our island nation will be walled like we do have down here. It would be nice to get this upgraded to a stone wall at some point. Well, let's have a little look at our godly things. So we've got 30 points to be spending. We could make grand temples. That sounds expensive in limestone, and we don't have an awful lot of that at the moment. Hot pools, that sounds good. Stone walls, yeah, would like that. Cavalry barracks would be good. Improved bread ovens. Oh, in future. I've not got there yet. Oh, well. Transport card. Transport courses between your storage buildings and your storage buildings. Yes, not that I've read that right, have I? Yeah, sounds good. Let's get a transport card. And let's get salt evaporation pools. Fish salting workshop takes fish and salt to produce more usable servings of fish to resistance. Oh, that's good. Let's go for that. And we'll leave it at that for the time being. That's plenty for us to be getting on with. So, salt evaporation pool. Build on the coast, take seawater and evaporate it under the sun to produce salt. Where are we going to put these then? Guess it needs to be by the coast. Would, yeah, something we just said. Oh, look at all this unusable terrain that isn't great for farming that we could put salt evaporation pans on. Wonderful. Right, let's get a whole slew of these down then. Oh, yes. I like the look of that. Not building those in proportion at all, just absolutely slamming them down. Alright, let's service this with a couple of roads. Connect that back up past here. And let's take a look at our warehouse. Do you take salt? No. Is it general... Is it stockpile? No. Is it granary? Let's go and look at one of our granaries and see if that is indeed what we should be storing there. It is, right. We need to get a granary or two over here then. And transport carts, great idea. These go... Yeah, just go out. Literally just places... Oh, I know. So these are actually for if you want to specifically set a route. Yes. So that might be something that's useful later on. I don't think we necessarily need that right away. What we do need right away is a granary over here to store all this salt that we're going to be producing. So we'll get that down there. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put a few more living spaces over here as well. We are about to run out of space for people to move in. So we'll get 3 large insular pop down there. And we probably ought to start thinking about producing some more water over here. So we'll get a water tower. And we'll pop that down just behind those. Oh, look at that. That water not producing any problems for us? Doesn't look like it. But that's doubling our iron, so that's fantastic. We've got an awful lot of the iron now, actually, sat around, which is good. And let's see about aqueducting. So, we need to get back to this spot here. So can we take something from all the way over there? Looks like we can. So, maybe let's not completely block off that road. So come back by 2 maybe. And connect up like that. Bit wonky, but it should be okay. A huge undertaking, but we're doing okay for stone now. And then we'll need to get a couple of fountains set up around. So we'll get one of those just next to it there. Guide of exposure to cold. We need more charcoal. We're out of charcoal. Goodness, we're not producing enough charcoal, are we? Well, that tells us what we need to produce next over here in the old technology tree. And that is that there's a large charcoal boy, I believe. Yes. Large charcoal maker. Seems like the sort of thing I should have unlocked a long time ago. So let's get that down over here in our new industrial area. And we'll put down... 1, 2 there. And let's just extend that road to make sure it's got access. And maybe this would be a good opportunity, actually, to use our cart that we just unlocked. Because we want to get lots of timber over here. As you can see, there's not much here at the moment. And that needs to come from all the way over the other side of our settlement. So let's go ahead and... Fish salting workshop. We'll get one of these down as well. We'll do that here. And then let's go ahead to this transport cart. And you're going to go... Do I just place you there? I want to see how you work. I wonder if when they build that, presumably, it'll no longer be stuck there statically. And just have to wait for it to be constructed. Oh, look at all the salt pans coming together. We have got just enough people for all these jobs, amazingly. Oh, look at salt being produced already, and the granary hasn't even been constructed to hold it all yet. Construction of the new aqueduct is also taking place to feed a new water tower for these apartments here. And that's nicely extended our available living space. Jupiter soon will be rewarding us for our successes when we get to 1180 in terms of populations. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad shout either to come back on over here to our original industrial area and get down a couple of large charcoal makers here as well. We've finally done it! We've run out of timber. I never thought this day would come. Well, it's easily sorted. Let's clear some land. So, we'll clear... Oh, we don't want to do it too close to our woodcutters' lodges, do we? Well, we can clear this lot. And we can clear this lot here as well. Yep, get rid of all that. We don't need this forest here either. So we'll get rid of this stuff. And that should provide us with plenty of timber. We can do the same over here as well, to an extent. where we're going to be extending this residential area. So we'll get rid of all those trees that are in the way. Good. Making use of this governor, bringing additional residents in. More immigration. How are we doing for fish? We've got a few more. Now we've got these fisheries open here. And maybe we should have a couple more. So, fishing hut. And we'll put 2 down there. Make use of all the available spaces. Why not? Get that nicely saturated now that we're going to be able to salt them. And yes, let's set aside a fair amount of space here for salt. So, we'll set aside maybe 6 of these for salt for the time being. And then we'll set aside some for fish as well. So that you've got everything nearby for salting of fish here. And your aqueduct is being built, don't worry. It's just starting to fill. It's on its way, don't fear. Good, and it's a whole bunch of iron here. We are producing an awful lot of it. How are we doing for weapons? Not too bad. Maybe we could do with an additional manufactory of those. Logistics. Set desired amounts above before choosing supplies. Oh, it's useful. Right, you. Assign routes. Hold left click to begin dragging a section. New routes exist. Please use logistics tabs and storage one to set up routes first. Yeah, so is that what this is for? Logistics. Desired amount. Let's say 200. Add supplier. So then if we come across to here, we often have a lot of lumber stored here, don't we? So if we said this one. Yep. Assign transport cart to serve this route. We can do that. So you here. Hold left click. There. Oh, good. So you're going to go now and get timber from that storage facility over here. Yes, I'll get you from here and take it over there. Good. Right, well, in that case, we should probably set up this primarily as a lumber storage facility. And maybe these up here can be set aside more for stone. I think we need a few more storage facilities, don't we? So let's see if we can't set up a few more stockpiles. Where can we fit these? We'll get one in there. Perhaps for stone. It's quite near stone production. And then maybe one over here as well. Get some timber in there. Don't really want to put one down here because it's going to affect what we can get from there. Put one there though. That seems to work. Okay. And with all those additional units going up that can store stone, let's set this one primarily to wood. And then we know that when our dedicated cart comes over here, they'll have plenty of timber to collect. Splendid. Right, what do you want? Hey, you want to... Yes. Congratulate me, thank you. Very kind of you. Wood. Even more stuff and things we can do. Large pottery workshop would be nice. Swine herds, yes. Just going to hold on for a minute. Oh, large... Yeah, actually. I say I'm going to hold on. Let's get a large fireboy. Seems a good use of our money. Pop one up there. And let's see if we can't get one over here as well. Cover as much of the city as we can. Good. And actually, might make sense to have one down here as well. Seeing as that this area here is potentially prone to a lot of fires, as it has a fair few charcoal manufactories. Get that down there for a second. Don't really need this well anymore. Demolish that and get down fountain just here. Good, and what do you need? No stone is available at this building. Uh-oh. How am I neglecting your worship? Jupiter, you've got more temples than anyone else. I don't want to reappoint you. Sure. Going to be short on money for a while, but you know what? I've got 3.5k set aside up there. Splendid. Right, and pottery and wine problems. And city is full. Goodness, it just all happens so quickly, doesn't it? Right, let's get a few more dwellings popped in then. I haven't done any medium insular in a while. Get some of those down. And also a couple of small ones in here. Still got a bit of a charcoal problem. We are starting to take care of that, hopefully, though. Certainly got enough timber, haven't we? More than we can possibly store at the moment. We've got the additional charcoal manufactory up here. Let's see then if we can't get a few more charcoal boys down. We'll replace a couple of small ones with a large one here. We demolish that building. And then get down a large charcoal maker in its place. And get down a couple of small ones behind. There as well. See if we can't up our production of somewhat of charcoal in that area. I do like that when they're doing maintenance, they erect scaffolding. It's a nice little detailed touch, that is. So we've still got a good number of grapes. I'm just not turning enough into wine. So that to me says we need another winery. We've already got 2 set down here. So let's get another one just opposite and to your side as well. It's becoming Wine Street down there. We've got quite a nice, well set up grid over here in our second area. And you know, before long it could be larger than our initial settlement. We have got space to move over here and perhaps move our timber production to outside of the settlement over there. So we should be making a fair amount of charcoal from down here. In fact, maybe we should have a local source of timber. So if we go to... Gosh, it's been a while since we set up someone to chop down trees, isn't it? Religion, military, tax office, bridges, etc. And do hovels, forums, winery, grapevines farm. Goodness, where is it? You're all shouting at me, I know, but yeah, I'll find it. Forester, good. Okay, so let's get down a couple of foresters up here. And we'll connect them down with a road. Like so. And we'll bring a road up here. And then maybe that would be a good place to have a whole bunch of storage buildings. A couple of stockpiles to store all that lumber we're going to bring in. So we'll get 3 put down there. How's this warehouse doing? Yeah, absolutely fine. We could do with a bit more charcoal there, couldn't we? So potentially space for that. Oh yes, and Jupiter's angry. How are we doing for points? We haven't got any points. Okay. It's going to be another large temple to Jupiter then. Which probably means we ought to set off on a building spree of large temples to keep everyone happy. So we'll get a large temple down here because we have a new residential area going in. And that will be dedicated then to Jupiter. And we'll pop down a forum next to it. I wonder if the forum has to be connected to a temple. Probably not. Why don't we set up a little forum in the center here. Like that. And then plan some buildings around it. A little something like this here. And we've got space for some large insulars on the outside edges. We're really going to eat through the resources in building these. Goodness. A nice variety of buildings there. Wow, quite the expansion, isn't it? Look at that. That is a pretty sight for sure. Getting, you know, real Rome wasn't built in a day vibes from this construction work here. I don't spend enough time watching the construction in this game. It's really rather pretty. All the little plebeians going round, building. Good, good. Well, you've all got that job to do there. We still have a bit of stone, and we should probably extend our stone roads down here. Now that we are gentrifying this new area. Okay, and then we'll wrap that round here. Good. A little bunch more construction to be getting on with. I suppose carry through to that temple there, and possibly through to this industrial quarter. Good. It's well and truly exhausted our supply for the time being, isn't it? But it's not too bad. And all these new people we've got moving in over here into our new dwellings as they spring up all around the new forum. Are going to work at the new industrial sectors over here, and in the storehouses and the lumber manufactories over there. How are we doing here? 48 over 48. Goodness. So, not fully staffed. New priority workers to the jobs list. So, there's a problem in getting people recruited there. How are we doing at the others? Can't afford. So there aren't enough weapons for those infantry barracks. And this one over here has enough weapons. It's much closer to the weapons manufactory. It seems like they have everything they need. They just need workers. Do these have workers? They do. So does each barracks appear on its own in the jobs list? Military recruiters 24 to 24, apparently. I mean, there are people moving in all the time. Oh, yes. So, if I recruit them... Recruiting. Centurii. I'm interested to see what happens with those. I think we probably ought to recruit them before, you know, anyone comes upon us. So, I don't know if that's just going to give us a little squadron of men that we can deploy at any given time. And... so there's the military numbers, are they separate to our population? Because again, in Manlords, every lad you have go out and fight is a regular chap, but I guess here it's just the workers at the barracks, and then the troops or something else, so 18 gold a year, that's no problem at all, is it? Got absolutely stacks of cash. Look at that. Production here has gone on. Oh yes, we probably need to supply them with some water, I suppose. Well, that's easily done. Let's get a water tower here. And we will bring in some water from the aqueduct just behind. Good. And let's get down... it'd be nice to do some hot baths, etc. I just don't think we're quite there yet. So let's consult the gods, and let's make Jupiter nice and happy by dedicating this one to him. Good, glad you are calmed. Right, so... Old Festival, insufficient resources. And it needs to be an adjacent forum tile. It's a shame. The forum tiles have inherent happiness benefits, don't they? So I guess we'll just get... yes, now you want another temple. I knew this would set a thing. It's all, he's got, they've got, she's got, blah, 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 blah. Oh dear. Just constant demands. I just don't know how to keep up with it all. Right, we'll give him his own little forum then. Like so. I suppose we should have them in the middle of a forum, shouldn't we? That'd be good. That'd be a good way to do things. So, making a decent number of weapons. We've got stacks of iron. We could probably have a tool manufactory, couldn't we? Toolsmiths. Use them to various other production buildings. Increase the speed of their output. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? So that's the sort of thing we should have built a while ago. So let's get a couple of those popped down there. And let's make sure that some of these are set aside for wood only. So maybe this first stockpile is going to be exclusively wood. So we'll just keep kicking on this iron until it's out of our way. A little bit like that. Good. Splendid. Well, we've made a lot of progress, haven't we? There's much of the island left to explore. And there's loads of space around this side, isn't there? But I feel like this was the largest flat area that we could have expanded out to, and we've made a reasonably good job of it. I mean, we're definitely shy on a few things, like bread, which tells me we need a few more bakeries again. Obviously, I've been neglecting those. Yes, Vulcan, you're angry. Vulcan, you're god of production. It makes sense to have a temple to you over here, wouldn't it? There's a lot of production going on over here. So let's quickly sort that out. So we get a large temple to Vulcan. But I suppose every temple needs to have space to have a festival held, just one for each god. So I'm not going to worry about a forum for this chap. And we're just going to get him just behind here, I suppose, in and amongst the industry. Sure, why not? We'll put him there. Try and keep good old Vulks happy. And oh look. So they don't stay in the barracks full time. Well, I guess let's position you here, atop a hill, looking out for attack. Maybe just here would make more sense. Good. And can we recruit anyone at our other barracks? No, still gathering tools. That's fine. You there, you should be holding tools. Not tools. You should be holding armaments. And you should be holding at least 50 at any given time. And we're going to add supplier. So your supplier is going to be these chaps, I guess. What are we building there? Because those are our weapons manufacturers. Make you a supplier? Ah, no, should make you a supplier. Okay. Let's get rid of the weapons. It's just this warehouse, because this warehouse does hold most of our tool armaments. And then I'm going to go back to our... Where do we... How do I find our logistics boy? We've got a little lad with a cart transporting lumber, in theory. If there were any lumber here to be transported. I don't suppose we can see him on the road. Keep an eye out for someone with a horse and cart. No one's jumped out at me. What we'll do then is we'll get down another transport cart, build that one there, and we'll set that one up to do a little bit of tool supply. Vulcan's temple is under construction, so we'll be able to pacify him. Water is nearly complete to bring it into here. We'll of course need a fountain to actually get it out to people. So we'll put a couple of fountains down. And, oh, look at the size of this arch. Go on then. Let's get a couple of arches in here. And we'll get a woman. And a man. And get an obelisk in here. Spending all of our limestone to really beautify this first little enclave we've set up. I mean, we've done housing projects before, but I feel this is the first one where we've actually, planned it aesthetically. Water fountains, gates, statues. Goodness, they're very lucky to live there, aren't they? But you know what they probably would like? They'd probably like to have some shops. We have not put any in these over here, so we'll just slam a couple of those around. We'll get a couple of wine shops in as well. Good. And finally, we have a military. They daren't come for us now. I'm sure our fellow competitors will be scared away just by the notion that we finally have our own military. I'm sure that's how that works. Right, you cart. You're going to go and work on this route here, where you're going to supply... Oh, look at that! Look how many things it's carrying. That's good, isn't it? Goodness, it really is stacked up there. Oh, look at all those Roman shields. Road's a bit bumpy. Hey, well, never mind. Right, so they're working on a bit of gentrification there. We've got space for another 300 or so people. Bakeries, that's what we were doing. Before we got terribly distracted, we were doing bakeries. Temple's under construction. Right, so, large bakery. Let's get one there. One there. We'll just slam a whole bunch of these around because we obviously need them. And get one in there as well. And then space for a few more apartments around you. Wine. We're still struggling with wine. Got plenty of salt. Bread is an issue, as we've discussed. We'd probably do with a few more orchards, actually, because we're not making very many apples at all. And that's something we've not expanded for some time. So let's get a bunch of orchards in there, because we have space. Yeah, 4 immigrant ships visited, and 47 people decided to stay. That's good, isn't it? Still got 3 years left on you, and you. We can set you up for Vulcan. Splendid. Right. Get you happy. Why are you... let me guess. You're not happy. You want a Grand Temple. Splendid. We'll complete that. We have a toolsmith now. Well, these are rather popping up and down, aren't they? Grand Temple. We don't have the points, I'm afraid. We'll get there, though. We need to make more wine to be able to do that. Grapes, we've got a good number, but I feel like it's not as high as it once was. So, we've got a couple of wineries in here. Let's get down another few wineries. And how's efficiency here? Very good commuting time. How are we doing for pottery? We're doing absolutely fine for pottery. There's some new orchards go up, and in line with new orchards, let's get a few more vineyards. So where are we going to put these? We've got some lovely fertile land over here with high soil fertility. So let's just fit as many as we can in this space here. Splendid. That's right around a granary as well, though it's rather full at the moment with wheat. And yeah, we'll keep our military units down here for the time being. This is an undefended area apart from these towers. Over here we have got at least a little bit of defense. Now, have we now got... Yeah, we can recruit over here now, so recruit you, and we'll recruit you. Don't know if we managed that in time. Looks like they need to get a few more workers. Guess we were doing a little bit of building and they've suddenly run out of people. It's nice to have some people watching out over us, isn't it? A few people defending the walls. Just grab a quick sip of tea. I suppose it should be wine, shouldn't it, really? While playing Nova Roma. Well, people seem pretty happy. Health is good. Building integrity is good. We've got a military presence. We've got a new industrial sector. Pottery. There's plenty of pottery available. I do wonder if we could do a bit better in terms of our supply chains, because there are definitely some areas that aren't getting all the materials that they need. For example, pottery over here. And that would be distributed by a goods warehouse, wouldn't it? It would, if there were any here. Maybe we should get a few clay pits down on this side and make some local pottery. So, clay pit, and we'll get 2 of those down here. And we'll get a couple of potter's shops in here. When I say a couple, I mean 4. And connect a road down here. Good. So that's an expansion to the industrial area. Oh, look at this. Look at the beautiful archways. And the statues of people. Very nice. I wonder who their statues of. I imagine this is me. Yes. A statue of a man. I think you mean a statue of typical. What's wrong? Large bakery. No charcoal as well. We've still got a charcoal problem. No, we've got 150. And is any of it local? We're not producing enough charcoal down here? I mean, it looks like we're producing quite a lot. I guess it's just not a lot of it is here. Why are you asleep? Workers can't get home in time. Yeah, okay. We need a couple of local residences, do we? Why don't we get them a couple of small apartment buildings? Just in here. We are going to have to service them with a well, unfortunately. There's no aqueducts in the area, so we'll get that down there. Hopefully that'll provide us some local workers for those forestry buildings. Apples, hopefully we'll have a few more of those once these trees grow up and become a little bit more mature. 307 stone, so let's see if we can't extend our stone roads a little bit into this local industrial area. Perhaps not essential, but you know, it will help us with good commuting time. Go around there as well. Aqueduct system is looking pretty good. I mean, we haven't actually had to build any reservoirs yet, but it would be something I'd like to do, and you know, hopefully will help us a little bit with surviving, you know, the occasional drought. Okay, let's gather that militia, and once we've got a few more people there, we can recruit them. In fact, let's station them at the. Oh, can we get them on the walls? Not quite, but we'll station them here at the walls. I'm just looking at that wall, and I'm thinking it doesn't look like that's connected. Yes, let's finish that there. We might as well connect up the walls here as well, I suppose. Seems a bit silly having the men there. I know, you know, cliffs above and everything, and we can't, you know, I don't think the enemy can climb the walls like that, but, okay, so build those there. We'll get another, could put another guard tower in. I don't think it's really necessary, though. Wonderful, well, things seem to be ticking along nicely. Short a few workers, but I imagine it's because we're doing a bit of... Yes, got 100 people working on construction currently. There's much industry happening. I almost want these enemy marauders to come in and see if they can take a chunk out of us now that we have our own military. 40% construction costs, goodness, don't want that. I guess we're going to have to risk some fires. But, you know, got a couple of fire stations. I'm sure we'll be able to take care of it if it does start happening. Right, we need to finish a couple of these tasks. Population growth is generally happening. 49 bread, hopefully we're going to get there now. We've got a few additional bakeries. And the wine as well is something we're looking to expand. But winery is struggling with clay and charcoal, although we have just set up an additional industry to help with that over here. Potter's workshops are still being constructed though, so that we can get to the Grand Temple level to build some even larger structures. But, as always, progress doesn't happen overnight, but it is indeed happening over time. We started just a small settlement over here, and now already we've got a thriving metropolis on the other side of the river. I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea, and then we'll look to continue expanding to Picalius. Alrighty, so now we've got a nicely established settlement over here, and things might not be running perfectly, as you can see here. Missing a few things in pottery and clay and other sorts of things, and resources not being in the right places. I'm building a couple of stockpiles, small stockpiles, with the aim of getting them set up to exclusively house a certain item. Hopefully that'll take care of some of the stock issues. But I think what we'll do now is we will make use of what we've learned and take it and establish a colony on this side of the island. That won't be a colony in proper, because it is going to be connected just by road here, and I think we'll bring a road all the way across here. And then what I think we'll do is something that I haven't done thus far, and that's a good old bit of typical T road planning. And we'll set out a little grid over here and try by building our first Nova Roma grid settlement, because so far we've sort of just built things haphazardly, haven't we? Without necessarily planning it too much in advance. Oh dear, fire's going on there. Let's just check what the gods are after, because there were exclamation marks all over the shop. Not necessarily the happiest. Everyone seems, you know, relatively looked after. I suppose we may have temporarily had enough bread or something to complete one of these goals. But never mind that. We'll just check if we can't hire in that final... Nope, still a little shy on workforce, so we can't hire that third unit of troops just yet. But let's swing on over here and start by building ourselves a lovely road that'll come all the way down from here in a nice straight line from the main settlement all the way down to the new colony. Now, not a lot of fertile land here in the new colony, as you can see. And then we'll take that back across here, maybe? Let's hold off on that for a moment, actually. We'll decide how exactly we want the grid to look before we do that. So what do we have over here in terms of resources? So we've got a little bit of stone lying around, lots of trees, obviously, so they'll be easy to harvest. I don't see any major resource nodes, actually. So we're not going to be able to get stone. Oh, there's marble over here. Ooh, marble. We haven't done marble yet, have we? Oh, dear. It's never a good sign, is it? So marble, we'll be able to get marble from this area. It looks like that'll be this area's main product. I don't see much else. Any fish? There's lots of fish here. So we'll be able to get plenty of that in. Salt as well from salt pans. It should be fairly fertile over here, actually, next to where we have the river. If we look at the farmland. Yes, very fertile in this immediate area here. So we'll be able to do a bit of farming there. And some heavy industry here and building as well. Right, let's check what good old you want. You want further... Oh dear. Let's pay you off. We're doing that a lot recently, aren't we? It's the last time we're going to be doing that, because goodness, we don't have loads of money. Okay. Who was that was angry? Let's double check. So, we've got you here. You're fine. So, Vulcan is fine. And this is Jupiter, I believe? Jupiter is fine. I take it then it is... Yes, you neglect my worship. Build a more grand temple. Oh yes, you want the grandest of temples, didn't you? I remember. Make that while we can, because we do need the points. Is that enough to get us the grand temple? Not quite. We need another 2 to be able to get the grand temple. What else can we complete quickly that we can do? I might be getting there soon with the wine for Neptune. Might have to keep an eye on that. As soon as it pops up as ready, we'll have to do a quick clicky click. Okay, right. Back to road planning for the new settlement. Ah! Oh, I did 2 there. I have no idea what the second one was. It's worrying. Grand Temple. Alright, well, why don't we start then by getting a Grand Temple down over here. Now, it's a long way away, isn't it? I'm sure that lots of builders are doing lots of things. Yes. Okay. So, how large is one of our large insulars? It's a 2x2 building. Okay. Is it really 2x2? I thought it was 3x3. Oh, does it say when I hover over it? That'd be handy, wouldn't it? Oh, it does. Yes, 2x2. So it is. So 2x2, 2x2, 201. Okay. And what about the large grand temple? 4x3. Fountains are 1x1. So, why don't we build ourselves a couple of 6x6 grids? And I guess we want to start kind of in line with where the hill goes here. We could put a temple on that hill, couldn't we? So, if we come directly across here, connect up to that, and then do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come down like that. So that's our first grid there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And continue that there. That's our second grid. And then we'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take 6 along there. And repeat that process. Goodness, lots and lots of building to be getting on with. Going through a lot of our stockpile of timber here. That's okay, that's what it's for after all. So let's speed things up a little bit there and get those roads constructed. And if we can, it'd be good to put a stone road along here, but I don't think we're going to be doing that straight away. Although we should probably put in a little road here, just to connect things up a little bit more. Oh goodness, I thought that everything was on fire then, but it is just the charcoal kilns. I was a little bit worried there for a second. A little bit shy on grapes, a little bit shy on wine. But we're getting there with charcoal now, at least. Right, you are going to be for clay exclusively, I'm afraid. So let's get all of these set up for clay. And hopefully the workers here will gather in clay. And yes, we want to have at least sort of 50 any given time. And you need stones. You're going to be filled with stone. And again, we sort of want to fill you up with about 50. We do need the supplier to make that work, unfortunately. Which we could set up, but we don't have any real main stockpile depositories. I think something I've learned that we need to do, we play this game again, so fire burns on there, is set up dedicated warehouses and... Oh no! Oh dear. Goodness, I think that's probably the wrath of a certain unhappy god, isn't it? Set up dedicated storehouses that can then distribute goods to other areas of industry. But that's something we've learned for next time. We're still not really making a dent in all of this wheat that we're harvesting, are we? Oh, look at that, idle people. That's a novelty, isn't it? I guess that means all of our jobs are fulfilled. Oh, it does indeed. Splendid. Right, well, hopefully people are busy working away. And that means our road should be built. Oh, look at that. Certainly is. Right, well, in that case, I think we just as well, with all this timber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've now got ourselves is to continue building our grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So I can just use the number of logs I need to know how far I am, can't I? So we come across to there. That should be 6. Yes, it is. Good. Good old grid Roman city here. Okay, and we'll leave the corner off there for the time being. And we'll partially complete this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One in here. And might just pop that corner in there. And maybe we'll do the same here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 there. Come across like that. Come around the corner. Okay. Good stuff. Right, with all that going on, what's the first thing we're going to need over here? Ooh dear. So we zoom around at a rate of knots. Well, I think we need to start by damming up this here and creating a reservoir to supply our new area. So we're not just supplied and surviving off of the water as it runs like we are on this side. We have a dedicated stockpile of water in the form of a reservoir. And then we'll look at logistics and then we'll get some housing in. So let's go ahead and try out the dam for the first time then properly. So let's make a fairly large reservoir, I think. So we'll come across like this. And we could go quite a lot higher, couldn't we? We come down like this here. Like that. Then we'd even come across a little like this here. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, how much stone have we used? 560. Don't want that one there. No, naughty. I want to come across... Yes, like this. Unfortunately, that is rather inflating the cost. Oops. Let's take a layer off there. Okay, and then I think we'll take a layer off those there as well. And obviously these here, don't need that nearly so high. Just a start, isn't it? It doesn't need to be particularly high, this reservoir. We do need to... Do we need to follow that round? Or maybe not. Okay, and then we'll get a gate in here. And set that water level to, what? 75? How's that? Or maybe a bit higher. Can we squeeze up to 80? I do like the way these are just all logs stacked in. Oh, look at that. It's a good strong reservoir, isn't it? Yes, I like the look of that. A whole bounty of water stored there. And that still feeds the river as normal. I do believe we could use this to flood other areas and increase fertility. But we don't really need to do that. We're not short, are we, on the old production of wheat. Right, so we will start that project. Boom. Oh, look at that. Very industrious. That's going to be very impressive once it's built. I imagine we're right on the edge of having available jobs, actually. We are still having people move in, aren't we? A lot of trees being lopped down. I think then in parallel we can start to get the other buildings over here. We will start then with a aqueduct system. So let's get a water tower. And we'll place this in the center of the grids, or just offset to the center of the grids, I suppose. So one there. And then we'll get one here as well. So 1, 2 in from the edge. We'll go like that. And we'll do the same on this side. And we'll just test what this looks and works like. Although actually, let's pause that a second. Do we need that many? They cover quite a large area, don't they? So if we've just got this one here, that's going to cover this grid and also parts of those. So then let's just make sure we've got full coverage. So we'll get one over here maybe. Yep, they overlap. I suppose the easiest way to do is to look at fountains. I don't know, it doesn't really show. I'm wondering, they're not built yet, I suppose. Maybe that's why it's not showing. See, what we could do is one there, and then come down and do this. Yes, I think that's a splendid idea. Right, so to start, we'll of course need some aqueducts to feed them. Now, how does this work? Oh, I might have to wait for the water to fill up before I actually put that in. I'm very excited to see how our first reservoir looks. Very excited indeed. Well, with that in the process, we can always get a well down to initially cover these properties, can't we? So we'll start in here then, and we'll get ourselves straight away some large insulas. Maybe just one to start with. So we'll get one of those there. And what do we need to service you? Obviously there's industry, etc. that we can worry about later. Tax office, that's going to be an essential one. So we'll get one of those popped in here. Do we go on the edge or there? We'll go on the edge. Like that there. Fire brigade will be useful as well. We'll get a large fire brigade. And we'll pop it just here, like that. And funeral services. Is that a negative? Having an undertaker? Doesn't look like it, so we'll get an undertaker there. Religion-wise, we can afford a grand temple now. So I think we'll build a grand temple. And ideally, I wanted to build it on the slopes. It's actually going to let us? Gosh, it's going to look ridiculous. How are they going to dig all that out? Well, I'm interested to find out. So, I think... do we put it there, or do we put it down in the settlement itself? It would look grand in here, wouldn't it? Can we get it there? Boom. And then we'll surround it with some forum. So, forum tiles. And we'll get... don't want to spend all of our limes, so we'll get the regular ones. Oh dear, that's not what we want at all. Dig out? To an extent. Okay. It's going to look a little odd. In fact, I think we'll probably get rid of those forum tiles that were going to go there. But the temple itself is going to look very prestigious on the edge of the hill there. Right, so that temple's being built. We want to connect this up. How are we getting on over here? Construction is still moving along nicely. Oh no, an invading army. Where are they coming from? Can't see them on the map yet. Oh, there they are. We need to select a governor. Right. Let me go for you. I don't want to reappoint you. Fine, we're going to have to go with you. So much for money. Right. So, we've got a unit of troops over here already. Let's recruit that additional unit of the infantry. And we'll start bringing this infantry unit this way towards where we're getting attacked from. Can you cross water? Can you just walk across that? Yes, it looks like you can. How bizarre. Oh no, they're coming from two sides? Oh no. Right, well I guess we'll need to deploy this unit that way then. And here I was thinking, gosh, we're going to be so prepared this time. We've got so many troops. And then they're coming in. Oh my gosh, look how many there are. I think this might be one of those times I have vastly underestimated what we need. Oh my guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ships. And what do we have over here? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 13 units. And we have 2 units of militia, just recruiting a third. Oh no. I think we might need to recruit the town militia. And yes, I thought, oh, this time we've got so many more troops than we did last time, and we were fine last time. And this time we've got walls, and we've got, you know, towers to shooty at people. I think I have vastly underestimated what we were going to need. Alright, well, we're deploying those units in that direction. I guess to defend against these lads. We'll position them on the hill there. And we have these lads here to defend the gate. And hopefully we're recruiting some more chaps. The militia should be forming as well. Well, they've made landfall. Hopefully no one goes for our new settlement. Looks like they are, though. It's completely undefended. Oh my goodness, how many units is that? Oh my days. That is a large invading army. Go home! Shoo! Go away! Right. We'll just have to make the best of a bad situation. Where are you going? Fight me. Where are they going? Well, I'm not chasing them. Pull back to the city gates. And who do we have? Who do we have? How's our militia not formed yet? Good grief. Alright. At least got our second unit from the barracks here. They're actually going up here. I didn't think they'd do that. How are they going to come down? Just through here? We may have to fight them up here. 27 units. Oh, we're going to be fighting on downhill here. No. Pull back. We'll face them down here. At least down there. Oh no. They've moved in. They made a landfall here. We'll send those guys in there to attack. We'll bring in our militia. We're going to have to push our guys in here. Oh, they're attacking the temple. Push hard, men. We're surrounded over here. It doesn't look like it's going well, does it? We are heavily outnumbered. We're seeing some success over here with some units. Oh dear. At least the towers, they're doing something. Well, they rather waltzed in, didn't they? Our walls were not very secure, that's for sure. Are they pillaging over here as well? Quite possibly. Oh dear, disaster is being wrought over here because the gods are unhappy with us as well. They maybe appear to be breaking even on that fight. You know, they are doing damage to a barracks down here. How are we getting on? Push back into the fight, what are you doing? Actually, engage these lads. Too late, we're attacking them from behind. Take them from behind. Oh dear. Looks like the last remainder of our forces are doing what they can. We'll push these chaps in here. I take it this is our militia. Oh no, it is a Centuria. We've taken some damage, but not major by the looks, at least in this conflict over here. How are we doing over here? Did we win this battle? Looks like we did. We won this battle, right. Let's start marching these troops over here to aid our remaining forces on this side. We had most of our forces here, but most of the enemy attacked here as well. Oh, they appear to be having some success. Oh no, this unit is all but spent. I don't know if this unit can rescue them. No. Come on, men, push. What's going on here? Oh, it's all our stores. They've broken the building. Oh dear. Alright, well, we fought them off. Are there more incoming? Or they're sailing away? Is that them gone? What are they doing? Right, well, until they've all sailed away, we'll keep our troops on alert, but it looks like the battle might be over. Right, we'll disband. Militia took heavy casualties. Our infantry took heavy casualties. We'll recruit a new bunch of lads there. And we'll dispose of our reinforcements as well. Quite a bit of repair going on over here. How much damage did we actually take? I'm not sure that we took loads over here that I can see. Did we take any down here in the end? Nothing major. Were any of our walls broken? They didn't really attack the walls, did they? Doesn't look like it. So it may just have been this building here that we lost. They did attack the temple, but it looks like it did survive. The main cost then was in lives. But the bathhouses are crowded as well. Oh look, we're happy because we defeated an enemy legion. I guess we did win. Okay, well, it definitely could have gone better, and we're definitely going to need a larger military the next time that happens. Let's see about getting another bathhouse over here. We could fit one here. Maybe even a bit further down. We've got a water tower there, actually. So if we pop down a lovely... bath reservoir just here, and we'll pop in a pool just there. Good, to hopefully take care of the bathing issue. Oh, look, harvest is coming in. I always love it when harvest comes in. All these little pop-ups come up. It's very nice. Oh, what's going on? Oh, yes, it's okay. The unit of Centuria being formed there. Deploy you here to the hilltop. Right, anyway, where are we? Reservoir looks like it's nearly done. Very exciting indeed. And I guess we're back on with construction of the Grand Temple and the other buildings that are going on here. So they're making some progress towards the new outpost on this side of the island. That temple is going to look really cool there. Can't wait to see that. I also can't wait to see what this looks like. Come on. Buildy build. It's quite a large reservoir, isn't it? Can't help but think that's probably a little larger than the Romans built. But you know, they did build pretty big, didn't they? Okay. You will want water, obviously. It's coming. Don't worry. We're just getting up and running. You do have at least access to some basic forms of water. That little crane I just saw going down there. It's so cool. Ooh, the last bit. We're going to stick around here, I think, to see what this looks like when it completes. Certainly the biggest construction that we have committed to thus far in Nova Roma. I'm very excited to see what it looks like. Not a god. Yes, I know you're not happy. Yes, I know I'm facing your wrath. I can't pay you off this time. Are we actually going to see what it looks like when he's unhappy? I'm building your temple, please. Please let me build your temple. Look, it's nearly done. Just hold out. Just a little longer. Just a little longer. We're just putting the roof on. Venus, we're just putting the roof on, whatever your name is. And drowned? Oh dear. I guess that was in construction of the dam, I'm assuming. Look, it's a beautiful temple. You've got the best view of any of the gods. You're presiding over the new region. Oh dear. That may have been our last chance to make him happy. I dread to think what's going to happen. Is you, isn't it? That's Mars. Yeah, sorry, Mars. I'm on it, Mars. Don't worry, Mars. Just waiting for a couple of limestone, Mars. What's going to complete first? Temple? Dam? Temple? Dam? Who knows? You're almost in the clouds. Quick! Mars, look what we did! Whew. Alright. Just about appeased him. And look how cool that is. It's certainly a temple on the mount, isn't it? Looks a bit weird with how the forum joins in down here. Not gonna lie. But for the most part, it looks epic, Mars. Well done. Congratulations. I'm sure the other gods won't get jealous at all. I'm also sure we can't afford to build them grand temples. Not just yet, anyway. Right, how far are we to be done? Just 3 stone. And we'll be completed on the reservoir that I feel like we've been waiting for a very long time. But, you know, better late than never. I really want to get it done so we can get some water connections down to where we want to be building our new town. While we're waiting, it wouldn't be a bad idea, I suppose, to get another large insula down here. So we'll get that going. So we have plenty of beds available. Come on. Come on. You're bringing the stone, aren't you? How many can you carry? 3? Wow. Don't go in there. What are you doing? Run! Run for your life! We have indeed created our first dam project. And the water is filling up nicely. I assume this is set to the right level. 80 meters, that sounds about right. So it should start pouring over just as we're getting up to the top level here. Ooh. Yes, 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 I know. You'll get food, don't worry. Nearly there. That's the first time I've had really hungry citizens. And huzzah! The water in the river is restored. See that cascade down here? Back to the water's edge. Speaking of the water's edge, let us build this road. Complete another grid. And oh no, died of starvation. Oh, good grief. I should have been paying closer attention to that. They weren't kidding when they said they were hungry, were they? Right. Let's get a food counter and a wine shop in here. And let's get a granary. We'll get a large one. And we're going to pop that in here. And let's get some fishing going. So we've got plenty of ripe fishing waters here. Alright, okay. And we've got a few more over here as well, look. Good, and then we'll make sure they're all connected up with roads. Yep, little like that, I suppose. And these ones here as well. Good stuff. And they'll feed back to the granary, which will then, of course, supply our lovely people here with some food. And then we'll just ignore the starvation problem for a minute and get on with our aqueduct. Now, having said this, it was going to be easy to do. So we can just put a water tower in here. That's good, that's good, that's good. What I hadn't considered was how the water comes out. Does it, if I put that in there, does it just tunnel through the wall? Yes, it does. Okay. But how do I get it down here? Because that's quite steep, isn't it? What we might have to do... The reservoir is too high. What we might need to do is come from down here
Because if we built another small reservoir here, yeah, I think we're going to do that. Back to reservoiring. Right. What I'm thinking, this is too high. It does give us a nice buffer of water, so we've got lots of water in the case of a drought, so we've got a supply in that instance. But it's too high to actually service most of the infrastructure down here, because it's too close. So I think if we build another smaller dam here, then we can get our water sources connected there, and it's going to be much, much closer, another half of the way down in terms of height. So let's build that across there, and then we'll come across here. Or do we turn this entire central area into a reservoir? Ooh, I like the idea of that. How much is it going to cost me? A lot. How much do we have? Not a lot. Do we just about have enough? Ooh, we're right on the edge. We might have to bring it down a level on the back there, but that's fine. So if we get that to there, and then we take off one level over here, so that we have enough stone for the project, like that. Is that still one higher? No, I think that's the same height. And then we'll put a gate in here, and we also need to put a gate in this side. And we'll set both of these to 50. Like that. Wait, oh, right, how's that look? How's that going to work? Got our main reservoir here. And then a secondary reservoir there. Is that going to flow around the edge there? Nope, it looks okay. Just. Right, so that still feeds that river. In actually a different way to how it did before, I think. And is this one here basically like it was? Yes, I think so. Don't think that has affected our water flow this way, and therefore our fertility. Oh, gosh, there's obviously been a flood here at some point. We're going to have to rebuild those. Okay, good. Start that project, please. Oh, look. So I wonder if when we built that first dam, we did obviously slightly affect the water levels over here, because there were fields in here previously, and now they're underwater. Hopefully the new dam project we're doing will solve that, and let me guess, you're not happy. Yes, yes. I guess you can have another temple. Oh dear, people are still dying of starvation. It's not very good, is it? Not very good governance on my behalf. Well, we simply don't have the stone to build you a temple, so we're just going to have to deal with the consequences for the time being. Right, secondary dam is being built, and your water source is a little ways off. We've run out of gold as well. It's all going wrong, isn't it? We had such plans for our new colony over here, and so far they are being destroyed. I think that's because taxation, our current governor is very, very corrupt. So he's taking a lot of the money. We may have to go up to 40% taxation, you know. Oh dear. 40% taxation, is that just going to get us over the edge? We'll have to do that in the other area as well. Where's our tax office over here? Where are you? There you are. Gonna make people very unhappy. But hopefully it gets us a little bit of income. And we're going to have to do the same for this lad. Maybe a bit of money coming in. We don't have enough to run the city. Come on. We need to start getting some of these fish-ins that we can feed these people who are periodically starving to death over here. Right, do we have what we need to build another temple? What do we need? Oh, it's money we're short on. But then we could build it over here, I think, because this would be a decent area to get in a little bit of farming, because we've got very good fertility here. So why don't we get a small section set up here for farming initially. So we'll pop that in just like so. And then this would be a good area to get the that temple in for her. Some grapevines as well. Go on then. Might as well. Put those in there. And then we'll get some trees on the slopes here. Good. Plenty more sources of water and food. Water? Food there. Water is being handled by our second dam project over here. So fish are coming in, but this granary is taking a little bit of time to build, unfortunately. and therefore isn't supplying you with food, I don't imagine. Oh no, you do. You've got some fish, that's good. Okay, so food's coming in. Money is definitely the problem. Because we don't get that money and we can't build any temples. How long has this chap got? 1 of 4 years remaining, good. And then we can get back to someone who isn't immensely corrupt and is going to take all of the money we need for construction. And hopefully this is going to look like a properly planned settlement over here in the city, compared to what we had over here, which was definitely less learning, wasn't it? It's a little bit all over the shop. Hey, let me guess, you're unhappy as well. Oh no, we can just make you an offering. Sure. Splendid. Anyone else happy? Ceres, but don't really have enough wine to do that twice. We can get a large theatre. Did want the Bath Library though, that's pretty cool. Stone walls are cool. So much, isn't there? Cavalry might be useful given what we just saw with the last invasion. Ooh, olive trees. Ah, olive presses. Some properly exciting things there. I think what we'll do... Yeah. Just a gymnasium. That's nice, isn't it? What a garden. Let's get the Bath Library and the hot pool, because I think those are pretty cool. And then the new city, as we're calling it, I've just decided, the new city can have heated water pools. Things still going wrong over here? Looks like it. Still got no stone. We're using all the stone for construction, that's why. We probably ought to have some sort of fortifications and walls over here as well, hadn't we? Or at the very least get a whole load of defensive towers out in place. Should we give any thought as to how that's going to be constructed? Should we maybe have left a gap here for a wall? We'll think more about walls in future. I won't worry too much about it for this settlement. A bit late, isn't it, to worry about it now? That higher taxation is not getting us out of this hole. Right, governor's gone. Okay, well we can't have anything that's a negative cost, so it's going to have to be you. Food consumption. It's going to go through the roof. Hopefully, though, that fixes our money. By 660 this year, apparently. Yes. Already being fixed. Good. The governor was so corrupt, taking all of the money for himself. So selfish. How are we doing for workers? We actually have idle people, even with all this construction going on. How many construction workers do we have? 78. Goodness. Well, how come you're not getting on with this granary, then? For goodness sake. Some stockpiles over here also wouldn't be a bad idea. And we're going to need to get some timber over here somehow as well. And that would make sense maybe to do it over here. So let's go ahead and get down a lovely, lovely choppy boy. Where are you? You're here somewhere. Goodness, it's just like the early days of Manlords where I didn't remember where anything was ever. Right, it's under industry, isn't it? It's over here. Forester. Good. So we'll get you there, and we'll connect you up with a road, and then we'll put down a large stockpile, and this is going to be exclusively for timber, and then we will use the cart and wagon to distribute the timber to the various buildings that need it. We might as well put this right opposite on the other side of the road, I think. I like the sound of that. And let's also get one down for stone. And we can have stone brought from somewhere as well. And do the same thing there, because there is stone being quarried. There is stone here. I can rebuild more of these, look now. Get those done. Can't have our grape harvest hampered, can we? That wouldn't be any good at all. A few down here as well from the last flood. It'd be nice if they automatically rebuild, wouldn't it? Okay. Very busy road here. Okay, what are we thinking? Is there an easy way to get to that stone deposit from the other side? Not really. A bunch of stone here as well we can't really get to. It's just an unfortunate spawn for it, isn't it? Got loads of iron here we could mine and send that way. Stone, stone, stone. If only, if only. Is there anything anywhere else over here we can get stone? Is there anything over on this side? No. Just wish I could get to that. But it's just a bit awkward, isn't it? Right, well, we'll just have to set up and get what we can. Right, let's ignore that problem for the time being. I think that's the easiest solution, isn't it? We've got a fair bit of stone. Can we finally get that temple down before Ceres absolutely blows her top? Where's your temple going to go, Ceres? Over here? Seems as good a place as any. Okay. It's quite fertile there, though. Go on the edge here. There's no shoals of fish immediately nearby. Right, so we get Ceres in there to make her a little bit happier. And then looking back towards our aqueduct system. Just need this to be finished, and they're not far off at all, and then we can get that installed. Why are you all sleeping? Yes, can't get home in time. That's fair enough. In that case, I suppose we should probably push towards building a few more insula. So we get another 2 on the corners here. And then it'd be nice to get a bath complex actually inside this. So if we go to baths, bath reservoir, which we will put... Maybe we'll do it next door, actually. We'll have some central baths in here for everyone around. So we'll put that down there. And then we'll have a hot pool here. Great expense. A library on the corner. And that'll be it, because we've used up all the limestone. Limestone. Haven't even actually quite completed that there. Okay, I'll wait for the limestone to tick back up while we get that built. At least we'll have something in place. And how are we getting on? Very nearly there. What else is that you want, apart from the water? You're going to want some wine at some point. That's fair enough. And while we've got a bit of stone, why don't we get down a stone road? Although we are going to continue to build the old aqueduct system shortly. How much will it cost? Good grief, 200. Well, you know what? I think it might be necessary. It's the main link back. And it ought to be connected to the main settlement via stone. So get that in there. And then we'll come back across here in stone. Like that. And there. Okay, hopefully we've still got enough to do some aqueducting when we need to. That should speed up transit down here a little bit. Oh, look at the baths. Oh, how pretty. They're going to look very nice indeed, aren't they? Yes, 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 I know you need to be closer to where you work. It's coming, don't worry. Oh, there we go. And look, I built you a temple. It's being built. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to ignore you. Don't worry about it. Let's just wait for this to fill up. So as this goes down here, exposes the other remains of our what was a grove once upon a time. Who died of cold? Someone in here? Ridiculous. No, it's not. We're running out of charcoal. We shouldn't be. I mean, we've got massive charcoal kilns here. I guess we should get a few more down then, in that case. You know, there's no point arguing the fact that people are freezing to death, is there? Okay, get a few large charcoal makers down here. And make sure they're roaded up. Like so. And have we filled here? Literally just getting to the top now, and then we'll start filling over the top with overflowing. Dear. It's not a great place to live, old Typicalia, at the moment, is it? Typicalias. So hopefully this isn't going to cause any flooding on this side. Or that side. Is that about like what it was before? Maybe? Maybe it's a bit fuller, actually. Is it going to be fuller over here as well, then? Filling out under that aqueduct there. How much is the water level going to rise? That's the thing. It's definitely deeper over here, but not so much deeper that it's a problem. What way are these lads going? Ridiculous. Nope, we look okay over here. So I think we should probably reinstate the grapevines we had in here previously. Good. And then over on this side, everyone can get on with construction of these properties and the roads to make everything faster. And finally, let's look back at the aqueduct system. Oh, unless we're done over here? No, we're not. So she's still angry. Yes, I know. Aqueduct. Right, so can we come down in line here? It's yellow. It's green, 7.8 degrees. Yes, it says that that's okay. Okay, so we'll come down like that there. And then we'll have to feed off that to get to the bathhouse here. And we'll also have to feed off it to come this way. But we'll wait for that to be constructed first. Let's get a fountain down in anticipation of that water tower becoming active. And you, good grief, you really have filled up, haven't you? Got plenty of fish, that's for sure. I think we probably need another granary, is what that's telling us. Let's get food, get another large granary down. In fact, let's get 3 there. We'll pop one over here as well, near to where we have our farms. And then some evaporation pools would be nice as well. Get those in here. And we'll carry that road down there. And across these. Like so. Mix some salt. And we'll go to the granaries as well. And we'll get some fish salting workshops right down by the fishmongers. Like that. Good. How's construction going? Yep, just doing the tunneling section at the moment by the looks of things. Temple isn't too far off being done. And we've got a few more limestone. Did we ever get up and running with this guy? We did. So I guess maybe this corner here would be a good place to have some charcoal burners. Because it is going to be near to where the wood is. Oh yes, and we were going to set these up, weren't we? So one of these was going to be for wood. So we'll fill one up with wood entirely. Might need to get one for some clay as well. How are we doing for money? We're getting a bit better on finances now. It's starting to fill back up after that terrible chap we had who just stole all the money. So that's all wood. And this one I want to be largely stone. But we'll leave a little bit of space for marble as well. This should have been the wood one, shouldn't it? Loads in there already. Oh well. Right, stone, 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 stone. And then marble. Okay, and then we'll need to get a few more stockpiles. Get 2 more, and we'll connect them up with roads either side. Differing from our grid structure here, I know, but it's on the edge. And they'll be for the other resources we're going to be bringing in. And then we will get some large charcoal burners down in here. In this grid, and it's going to be the start of an industrial zone. Right, this temple's complete, so let's get it dedicated to Ceres before she throws an absolute strop. Good. Neptune's already angry, that's fine. You're next on the list, mainly because you're angry. So we just need a little bit more in terms of material to get that up and running. Make a few offers there. And then you'll get a temple in here, because that's going to be, or here maybe, near to the fish industry that we've got going on. Aqueduct is being built along nicely, plenty of construction going on over here, and we definitely need to get some more residential down. So why don't we have a look at some different residential then? So we've got the Villa Rustica, so that's a farm villa with a space of 20 residents. Production bonuses for all fields and orchards in radius. It yields tax revenue as well, that sounds good. Right, let's give one of those a go. And we'll get a couple of these down near to where we've got these farms then. And we'll also put in some temporary wells to make up for the fact that they're not connected to the main water supply yet. And as well as those, I think we should probably get a couple more insula here. Oh, running low on stone though, so we're not going to be doing too many of them. I suppose we've got lots of being built, haven't we? Right, new governor as well. So it's going to... Ooh, not very likeable, but it's going to give us plenty of money. Let's do that. And actually what we can do if we're doing that is lower tax income to 30% from the 40 we had when we had that terrible governor. Where are you down here? There you are. Is there a universal reduced tax? Don't know. I mean, I can change it by zone, so I can, tax the paupers even more than I tax the riches. But it would be nice if I could just change it all in one go. There we are. 30%. Oh, at least I can see where they all are. So those are at 30. And this one here is at 30. Good. Right. Good start. We should probably get some start thinking military, shouldn't we? We know what happened last time when we neglected to build our military up in advance. So why don't we get down a bunch of infantry barracks on the heights behind the temple of the god of war. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they shall train at altitude, which will make them even stronger when they fight at sea level. Yes, that is definitely the reason they're being built up there. I don't know what you mean, just because it's convenient. Come on. Nearly there. Oh, look at the bathhouse, isn't it grand? Wow. Very fancy. Everyone's still mad because they don't live close enough to their, fields. Can we get a couple of additional villas in here? Yes, we can. We need the people living there anyway, so they may as well be giving us bonuses to the farms. Oh, did you see that? That was good, wasn't it? We haven't got the charcoal kilns operation yet, have we? Yeah, we have, but they live a bit too far away from work. And we've got a fair bit of wood accumulating here, so that's good. But once again, don't have people that live near enough. Let's start to get some... We should probably have a large firehouse nearby to all this industry, shouldn't we? So we'll get that popped in here. And then let's get some small apartments in here. We're going to live a little bit closer to where we have our industry. So we can start getting people that live closer to that. And once again, we'll pop down a temporary well. And, oh, why is it covered the whole way? How bizarre. Well, it is flowing with water, so that's the main thing. So let's connect this into here. Yeah, too short. It's a shame. Right, from here, then. Right, guess we'll come across like that and that. Weird, but okay. And then we need to connect down here. What's wrong with that? Oh, insufficient resources. There we go. Got a few more resources. And it's built. And we need to connect to this one here. Good. Oh, it's not covered over this part now. That was strange. It didn't need to be, did it? It seems to be building those as fixed it, at least. And where else do we need to get water supplied down to? This one down here. So we'll need to come off this water tower. And come along like so. And then once that's built, we'll connect onto this final water tower here. So far, so good. Making some progress on building up this area. What's wrong with you? No salt is available. Well, we do have plenty of salt pans down here. And we should be gathering in lots of salt. So let's make sure that we've got some dedicated salt storage here. Nice to get some olive oil at some point, wouldn't it? Can we build that grand temple? Not just yet. Need to wait on a bit more stone, which we've been spending on all the water. Even more bonuses going in here. Plenty of beds for everyone, and hopefully that's going to mean we've got people living near enough to the various places where they're working. No, we didn't finish building this section of the forum. How bizarre. That was put down ages ago. Get on with it. Good grief. Okay, we've got granary over here somewhere, haven't we? You, yes. You should really be wheat primarily. And then also grapes. Because those are the two things that we want growing over here nearby. So wheat and grapes as well. Good stuff. As we see that harvest coming in. That's good. We'll of course need somewhere to bake all that bread. So we get a large bakery and we'll pop that down here. To rise with some nice happiness bonuses. And we can see the other aqueducts coming together here nicely, so that's good. Charcoal. Right, so for the charcoal, obviously, we need to get a warehouse. So we're going to get a large warehouse and pop it down here. And then extend that stone road to in front of it, so they can start providing everything our citizens need. And we should also make sure that we're providing a few more food counters in the villas here. And get a few wine shops as well. Don't worry, your connection is coming. I mean, shouldn't you have that connection? How are you out of range of that? The water fountain is obviously working. But we can get rid of that. You are connected up to an aqueduct. You need direct water tower access to you. Well, this one here should be good enough. So once these aqueducts are built, you should have access via those at least. Do we have someone taking care of the masonry here? That would be very important. It looks like we're starting to get a little bit degraded. So let's get a masonry down. And that can be one of the buildings we pop in here. Like so. You should be awfully happy with the bathhouses next to you, shouldn't you, really? Realistically, I mean, come on. So struggling a bit on the bread front, even though we have 1,000 wheat. So, obviously got supply issues there in terms of getting stuff to the right place. But I'm sure it's something we'll get on top of over time. Looks looking a little bit worse for wear over here as well. Is that masonry going to cover you? It's not. So we'll get a masonry over here as well. And we'll also put one over here to make sure that this part of the industry is covered. Good. And also all our storehouses where we're actually keeping everything. It's going to be rather important, isn't it? So we're producing a bit of charcoal here now, so hopefully that's going to be available to the local area. Pottery is something we're going to need to produce locally as well. Oh dear. We didn't keep Neptune very happy, did we? Yes, I am currently facing your wrath. I'm not spending that much money on you. How much are you going to destroy? Your temple was going to go there, buddy. Honestly, throwing an absolute stropper. Right, just wait for you to finish raging. Surely you're not going to do anything worse than that. Come on, you've destroyed the fishing industry, I get your point. You're not very happy. Honestly, the tantrum this lad's causing. Oh dear, quite a lot of deaths here. Oh no. Just forgot to build his temple. Oh, okay, we're done. Here you go, have a temple. Let's start rebuilding everything he's destroyed. As resources come in. Under mysterious circumstances, yes, the mysterious circumstances are Neptune was angry. Very, very unhappy with us. Alright, rebuild all these. Get working on his temple as well. I don't know why we're doing that, given he just threw an absolute paddy, but there we are. And getting there with that aqueduct. Wonderful. How are we doing? So, that was all for wood. This one was going to be mostly for clay, wasn't it? Well, we'll set some slots for clay in any case. And we'll put some slots in this one for iron. Because there is some local iron we can start getting over here as well. Just to make sure they're stocked up with enough of what we need at any given time. Having said that, there's no stone in those, is there? Let's, in that case, get down transport cart, which will pop here. Look at all these people taking stone back and forth. So where are they getting their stone from? Where is it over here that we're storing all of that stone? Goodness, we need a mason over here, don't we, to take care of these? Let's get that built quickly. Where are you? Masonry. Build you there. Not really been paying much attention to the old city, have we? No timber is available. Weird. Yeah, so you've got pottery. Where is our stone coming from predominantly? Is it down here, isn't it? Rebuild that. So we've got some marble coming from there. And then... hey, middle click on something, you can get to build it again. It's good. It's iron there we're not yet tapping into. And there, actually. Where's our stone? We've got stone over there we're not tapping into. I'm sure it's here. There it is. Right, it's there. So is that going to a local store location? Looks like most of it might be coming here or maybe here. Well, let's set this up for stone. Okay. Can we set this to take all of this stone? Don't know if we can. Oh, that's good. Set to type, right. So we'll set that there. So we'll assume they're going to get a fair bit of stone. And it looks like they are gathering stone in, so that might be one of our main repositories. Let me click on the resource and see where it all is. No, we can't. Never mind. So this cart here, we want to establish a trade route. So you're our stone boy. We want to always have 300 stone here. We're going to add a supplier, which is going to be this lad here. And then we're going to assign you to this route here. So you'll constantly supply stone from there to there. And actually, if we look at this, logistics, that does show us where all the stone is. So we can come from stone, comes directly to stone in here, apparently. Apparently there's stone at our central base. I guess that was the original place to have stone. And there's some over here as well. Okay, right. Hopefully, yeah, we've got stone being delivered now anyway. So that's going to give us a nice local source of stone. You'll want pottery. Oh, and yes, you need to be dedicated to the old tantrum god himself, Neptune. But at least he was open to being calmed, I suppose. Right, did we rebuild everything he stropped on? Looks like it. Gosh, this fishery actually is in the foundations of Neptune's temple. What a prestigious place to work. That's nice, isn't it? Alright, so that just leaves Jupiter, I guess. Have we actually already... We might have made him the first epic temple. Large temple. Large... Well, maybe we didn't. Anyway. How did we get on with our new barracks? So you haven't got any weapons is your problem. Can we build you a local lad? Because we do have plenty of weapons, don't we? Yeah, 354. So let's get a small warehouse. Pop it here. And we'll set that with a specific transport cart as well. And we'll fill that with weapons. Hopefully all the weapons are located here. That was obviously my intention, but not what we ended up doing. Where are the weapons being stored then? Is that all the way over here? Need a governor. Sure. Actually get someone without any negative attractions for once. Got a lot of iron here. And got a lot of weapons actually stored at the weaponsmith, so we might just be able to bring them over from here. We definitely need to get someone working on repair over here as well. Let's get masonry down there. Where else are we storing weapons? I thought we had weapon storage in here once upon a time, but obviously not. Well, let's set it to armaments. And see if it gets any brought over here. And we'll make sure there is local storage space set aside over here for armaments. Is there not a local warehouse? Yeah, apparently our citizens are very happy. I don't know how we managed that. I feel like we've had an absolute farce. Never mind. I don't think I ever actually set up storage over there. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is where all the weapons are. Okay, good. And a big warehouse over there. Right, at least we know where they are. So as soon as we have these built, we can start shipping some of them over here, and then we'll be able to use those 4 barracks to get even more set up. Oh goodness, it's a lot of water. Oh dear, we're overflowing. Quick, let more water out. Lower the levels. Oh, it's flooding our fields here. Not too much escaped out the back here, though. Ooh, quite severe flooding down here. Oh dear. It's destroyed an entire farm region. Let's get that back up to 50. On this side as well. Okay, so undamaged in the new quarter, but quite severe damage in that flood over here. So can we group select that for rebuilding? No. It's irritating. Like, surely I should be able to select all of you. Is there a rebuilding tool? What does that sign mean? Roads are busy and things can get filthy. Build public toilet. We haven't got public toilets yet, have we? I guess that's what we need to do then. Right, where are public toilets? Here. Right, and you need to be just within range of a water tower, I guess. Should probably read your tooltip, shouldn't we? And public toilets. Relatively sanitary place for your citizens to relieve themselves. Must be near a water tower. Where is our nearest water tower? Right, so got one there. So got a water tower there, one of those there and there, and see if that helps. And let's get to rebuilding all of these one at a time, which totally isn't tedious at all. Oh dear. Meant to be getting on with the new area, not worrying about this. And I'm also rather concerned. It's been a little while since that invasion we had, and we are absolutely no more prepared than we were last time for them to come again. In fact, we may have less units active in the field than we did then. Right, let's get rid of these. Pause the game quickly while I do this, because time is really rather running away from us. Oh, yep, come on. Oh, dingy dingy ding. It's nice, isn't it? Come on, where's the rebuild button? Let me rebuild. Again, would like there to be a mass rebuild button. Would make my life a lot easier. Just saying. Okay, right, that's those there. Did we get this militia raised? If we didn't, we'll get you recruited. There should be one over here as well. Yep, we'll recruit you. And then how are we getting over here? Right, so you are going to supply, be fitted out with armaments. Like so. And you're going to, yes, we want 100. Yep. And we'll add you a supplier, which is this big old armaments warehouse over here. And then we're going to assign you to this route. Good. So you're going to go and get all those armaments and somehow get your cart back up what is essentially a mountain path. And you don't have people living near enough to your place of work. That's fine, you will. You will want pottery. We need to get some more residential in, don't we? Okay, let's get 3 more lads. Oh dear, it's not right, is it? Let's get 3 more lads in here. Like so. Water supply is looking nice. Let's get a fountain over here. And then we'll be able to get through this well. That one is 2. And get a fountain down its place. Splendid. Ah yes, we're going to connect this water tower here, weren't we? Right, so. Build that across there. Good. Properly well organised aqueduct system for once. Hey, look at that. Doing a little bit of maintenance on the dam walls. That's nice. Right, so you should all... Yep, you're starting to be equipped with weapons. That's good, even though the main weapons hasn't arrived just yet. It's on its way, though. Believe me. Pottery. Right, that's something else we need to do, isn't it? So, let's get ourselves some clay pits. And where are we going to put these? Get a couple down here. Yep, get those in there. And again, this is not very well defended here, is it? But, you know, just have to make do. With those going down, obviously we're going to need some potters. So let's go ahead and find them. Pottery workshop. And we'll get those down here in this industrial area as well. Or maybe we'll put those over here. Yeah, we'll put those over here. So get 3 potters in there. And then we should probably have some wineries over here. Good. You're not getting any stone. Do we have stone stored over here? It should be being brought here. Yes, but not very much. Can we get a small stockpile then? Which will pop down next to this building. And that way we can have stone brought directly here. Again, from somewhere there they have lots of stone. We have 632 apparently. You know, it's all got to be somewhere. Right, you've been mobilized. We'll get you down here. And I would have thought you should have quite a lot of stone here. It is your main function to have stone. Got plenty of pottery in there. Where are you all taking your stone? There's a stockpile here with quite a lot. Let's get rid of this stockpile. All those goods can go in here. Yeah, that's better. Because that's actually the target where we're bringing stone over from. So I think it was going into this one. Oh, and this one here. Let's get rid of this one as well. Right. That should make this the nearest warehouse for stone. Oh, and that one there as well, look. Okay. Let's set aside some of these for clay then. Just so we don't get any more stone than we already have here. I think 4 stacks is fine, and then most of it should end up over here. Winter is still a problem. Where's that happening? Over here. Right, we've got this unit here. Move them into that forest for the time being. Probably need a few more barracks to defend that quarter as well. Right. Can we recruit these lads yet? Nope. Not got nearly enough weapons. Although we are starting to stock up here, so they should be able to move them in there. Yep, and they are. Might start to take a minute. No. I think we were too slow. And they're coming from multiple directions. We were too slow indeed. Right, so we've got 4 units there which we can't recruit yet because we've not moved the weapons over. We have 2 units here. Basically what we had last time. We're definitely going to need to recruit our militia. 1 unit over here which will deploy in this direction. Maybe we won't because they're coming over that way. Right, they've made landfall there, so we'll bring our lads out in this direction. Oh my goodness, we're going to be hopelessly outnumbered. Charge! Fight valiantly, men. They really have some quite large invading armies here, don't they? If only we had some more weapons shipped over here by now. In hindsight, what we should have done is had more weapons available over here. Well, built more barracks over here when we knew we had access to weapons. And say set fire to things over there. And for example, we could have done that over here as well. Well, people are really happy, despite the fact we are definitely being absolutely overrun and torn apart. A sad day, as our homes are torched, our people slaughtered, and our men do absolutely nothing because I haven't told them to go and fight specific lads. Look at that, look how much money they're carrying away. Get it, lads! Ah! Fight them uphill, destroy them! Do any other of our defense forces stand? Nope, looks like these lads over here were absolutely destroyed. Our militia is formed. Get them to the beaches. Engage. Don't let them all get away at least. Fight some of them back. Charge! Attack the boat! Okay. Well. Disaster has been wrought. Can these guys actually go out to sea? Well, I guess it really was a proper raid. Look at all those weapons being shipped across there, look. Because it didn't look like they were really that interested in, taking over. They are just interested in raiding, aren't they? No, they can't go out to sea. Right. Well, I think that's left us with a fair bit of rebuilding to do, hasn't it? Well, we've made good progress over here, and we've really got this new quarter going. I've got a good idea for how I want to lay things out in the future, a little bit more organised. Built our first reservoirs, and of course settled over here as our expansion from our original region. And I think each time, you know, this is our starting area, what we expanded to, and what we've done most recently. And each time we've got a little bit more organised, and doesn't this look wonderful?
That's it for today, folks. If you've enjoyed this Nova Roma video, then please let me know by commenting down below with your feedback and suggestions. A like, hype and sub go a long way towards helping the channel grow. A huge thank you to my members. Your direct support is invaluable. You're the reason I can keep the channel going. If you're still in the mood to chill, join me in another video and maybe become a member to gain early access. But enough of all that. I've been Typical T, and this has been Nova Roma. Cheerio!